Sure. No, I agree. And just to point out, I need to get the first few minutes of last night's thing. I realized I had to turn on the Discord audio and OBS again. There wasn't anything really missed. It like worked out perfectly. And then, so I'm doing that now. And I click on Discord. Return it on again. Check. Yep. No.
Check.
Yep.
Hey,
all I had to do is just reset it, and OBS resets it. Yeah. You get the audio meter. I'll show you here. I just popped it up for a second, so you won't see it when
okay. All right.
time or whatever. But well, show prep is I have a new July 2nd document up, and I left under each section. I left what we did yesterday to say as we go through them, like, oh, yesterday we did Bath Somerset, and then I'll delete it on the spot and put in what we are doing today. For Bath Somerset. I started deleting them to make a, and I was like, well, I think it'd be helpful to do not a recap, but as we do each one, say, oh, and so yesterday in this segment we did this, today we're doing this. But we have...
Yeah, no, and like, are you keeping a record too of the show outline like each day?
Yes, and then I grab all the links. I try to keep all the tabs open, or I can go back through my web history, and I grab all the links and put them in a document, and put them under each section that we pulled up.
Oh yeah.
So then when I go to make YouTube videos and shorts, can reference the correct things, and so there's a
right. You can put links in the description and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't have Twitch up, but we are live, and
I have it.
The music kind of up, a little bit loud. I'll turn it down as we start, but for intro stuff, I really don't have anything new or structured. I did realize the show, if I jump 2 browser tabs over, and then boom, and boom. So like when I post on Twitter and I do the Twitch link, the link that pops up is like my Twitch. I realize it's probably just best early on. I think I'm gonna make a Twitch account today. The sooner I just brand all this stuff as under 3MR, the better.
Yeah.
And I can, of course I'll put all those links in my own thing, but then on 3MR so they can cross. So I can brand it all and then set up. Part of the reason I haven't also again is setting up a lot of tools, like 4 or 5 different things are all log in with Twitch. Like that's my social sign-on form. So like Restream. Switch to this one. Yeah, so like Restream is the big one. That's what is, we can stream without Restream, but Restream is the website that let us stream to multiple platforms at the same time. And you have to pay to stream live on Twitter. You have to have a account or a paid account.
Like a blue check.
Yeah, it's like
That's stupid. That was a
that's really the only
dumb
one.
Elon thing.
Yeah. I guess that's really the only one I thought about also live streaming on, but I guess not for now. But yeah, this is
How much is it to
a Twitter account. I think
get? Is it
like $10 a month for the start or whatever. And all it is the ad free. It's like you must be a premium member to. I'm like, I don't care enough about Twitter to.
Yeah. I have a Twitter account, but like I forgot my password, so like, and I never really like I only got a Twitter account just because I was like, well, everyone has Twitter, like I should get Twitter, and then I like opened it up and like I didn't get Twitter. I don't understand it. It seemed like
it's.
I don't know. It seemed like it was
a very toxic place. But I've some
Yeah.
tips that there is like good community there, but some tips that I've heard is where you just block the political stuff and everybody's on their soapbox on there, right?
right. It's like all the fights in the comment section, but like it's like the comment section, but for like famous people,
Yeah.
and that's like its primary function is to be the comment section. It seems
Right,
like
a tweet itself is just a comment itself, and then I get retweeted with a comment, and then this retweeted, and
oh. Yeah, I was trying to write down a few things. Sometimes, like, you think, like, you have a thought, and, like, it seems like, oh, like, that's not an important thought, but, like, sometimes it's, like, those really, like, small things that, like, if you write it down, it's like, oh, no, like, that could, like, there could be, like, a whole discussion on, like, I wrote down, like, I need to, like, burn my bed. Like, I know some beds you have to, like, flip every, like, 3 months or 6 months or whatever it is, and like it's mine. I can't turn over for some reason. You're supposed to you're not supposed to flip it, just to, like turn it. I'm trying to think like since I woke up, like have I had any thoughts that are like seem not like important or observations but I can't think of nothing right now.
I seriously. What did you call flipping your bed? Did you say earn? Like you
you can like my bed I turn.
Oh yeah, you flip.
So like
for
some reason this style of mattress just like you turn 180 degrees, like you just rotate it instead of flipping it. Some mattresses like you flip every 3 months, and for some reason, however this mattress is, when I bought it, they're like, yeah, no, you don't flip it, you just like you rotate it 180 degrees every 3 months.
I understand what you mean now. So I have my.
And I don't. Somehow I thought like maybe that.
Top, but turn, yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Maybe that's why I got a pillow top or something. But like little things like that, or even just
as a
common.
segment? Yeah, common everyday little thing.
Or or even like for the intro, like either you can turn it into, or
I like that.
Or even like, and not even like or even or just like the kinds of things that like you kind of like think you like, but you take them for granted. Like even if it's like like household musings, or it's like things you think while you're driving, or like when you go to the store, or like when you're in a drive-through, like just and it doesn't have to even be about those things, but just those little thoughts that like you have that like, I don't know, it seems like it's like you kind of just like, it doesn't even seem like anything, so you totally, but like sometimes like those little thoughts throughout the day, it's like, oh, like maybe there's like more to this, and so I'm just gonna start practicing like jotting down like anytime I have like ideas or observations or thoughts or yeah.
I'm doing one last little check in a browser tab on our live stream, and I'll start off with the intro in a second.
All right.
And I'll get rid of this code that's on the screen.
All right.
And I'll get rid of this code that's on the screen. And you're gonna for that little what I just said, you'll hear it repeat weird in the background for a second. I pulled the stream up, closing that, going back here, and I'm gonna drop the Spotify music down to about here, pretty low for the.
Let me turn the volume up.
Oh, I need to turn it all the way up on here, and then I forgot about that. I learned yesterday. Use the Spotify volume slider, not Phobia. And I'm gonna go here. One more second. 1 minute late now is. That up. All right, good morning. Happy hump day. It is Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025. This is 3-Minute Radio, the Morning Squirrel. We're doing our normal routine. We don't know what we're getting into though. And our quick intro for the day is we are working on getting our account set up and things like that, and building a community around doing our show every day. And the Morning Squirrel, the Afternoon Delight. Yesterday evening we had Afternoon Tonight, which ran pretty late Eastern time into today already, and then it was a good time. A lot of good discussions on a lot of things, a lot of interesting things. We were just discussing a piece of a segment that may be coming up, for instance, household musings that our introspective philosopher came up with, talking about the various things they explained it better than I did. So with that, the one thing I don't have ready that I've always, I forget until we go, till we get into this intro, is I don't have up my our timer for the day. So I'm pulling up our timer off screen.
I could be the introspective philosopher, but that could be IP. So I'm actually intellectual property. I'm actually owned by the company, and like I'm chained in a room. Like
you are, yeah. IP. What do you think? Yeah.
Yeah. But like I'm intellectual property of the company. Like I am the personification of the intellectual property. but also I'm a slave. I'm being held against my will.
We're gonna have to see you in HR. You're not supposed to tell anyone that.
Yeah. I know.
Who told you you couldn't leave?
Who told you could speak? How was the did you take the elevator today? I took the stairs. I'm not even messing with the elevator.
I took the stairs too.
Yeah.
87 flights. Whew.
I know.
Whoever's on floor 52, they had donuts, so I stopped off there.
Oh no. Yeah. You know you ain't supposed to have that for breakfast.
I know.
But they're good. Everyone deserves it. That's something AI doesn't understand. You gotta have a donut every once in a while.
Yeah. Well, so there's our intro. And we have today, we're doing intro. We're going to the front page of Hacker News, Tiptoe News. While we're doing Hacker News, IP, maybe think about for Tiptoe News for the day, because I don't know. That's what
Tiptoe News. Okay.
Then we're going to do the weather. I already have some weather tabs pulled up. There are some interesting developments, at least in the U.S. I do want to start covering more world weather other than temperatures, but there's only 3 minutes to do it. But there are some U.S. based, a lot of storms coming through again this Wednesday afternoon, evening. Then we're going to do some Let's Jam. Where the F is at, we're going to find another town. We looked at Bath, Somerset, England yesterday. And then yesterday we looked at a bug in OBS about mouse button clicks for the bug of the day. We're going to find out what's for breakfast. And we're going to find a thing that says, are you serious? And for a little bit of after show, if IP you're willing to or able to hang around, I figure we could finally watch Dr. Brain fart Moses's video. I pre-watched about
sure.
a minute of it, and I was like, oh, we really got to watch this. So with that,
okay, yeah,
you want to find out what's on front page of Hacker News this morning?
For sure, yeah. Let's get going. Let's see what's going on in the world.
Uh-oh.
What?
There we go. I went to find the stopwatch. Okay. If I do anything that's productive today, it's to get our stopwatch stuff on lockdown. And yes, I'm pausing for a second.
Might have lost you. Oh.
I'm just pausing.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just pausing for a second.
Okay, all right.
So I'm just gonna mark the stopwatch at 10:37 because I can't find it again. So at 10:41 we'll stop.
I can.
Go ahead.
I'll try to pay attention.
All right, front page of Hacker News, July 2nd, 2025. We're gonna do another. This changes quickly. I'm gonna do another refresh. Okay. Hack IKKO AI-powered earbuds to run Doom. All right, let's stop at the comma there. Stole open API key and customer data. I'm not even going to go into that one. There's a lot packed in that one title.
Wow. Like Doom the game?
Yeah, apparently. Earbuds to run Doom.
Oh, shit. Okay.
AI-powered earbuds.
Damn.
Don't use click here as link text from 2001. That's probably really from the w3.org. Click here should not be link text. It's not semantic. Anyhow, how large are large language models? Good question. Huawei, not Hawaii, but Hawaii
Huawei.
The company.
Huawei. It's Huawei.
Huawei.
Or wait, no, that's Huawei. Yeah.
Releases an open weight model trained on Hawaii. I always called it Hawaii. Ascend GPUs. Hexagon Fuzz, full system emulated fuzzing of Qualcomm basebands. There's a lot packed in that sentence too. I know the words are.
Yeah, that is foreign to me.
Yeah. Cloudflare.
I'm thinking fuzz pedal, and then the rest of
it. And it's called Hexagon
I'm not lost anyway. But yeah. What else we got? Yeah, it's like whoa.
Cloudflare introduces. We could do what is software fuzzing sometime on a Lunch and Learn. It's pretty fascinating.
Okay.
And that could be a testing thing too. Anyhow, Cloudflare introduces default blocking of AI data scrapers. The Fed says this is a cube of $1 million. They're off by $1 million. I don't know what that is. The first American scientific refugees arrive in France. Don't know what that is.
Oh, damn.
Tesla.
Yeah, that just means that there's people leaving, there's people fleeing leaving the US, and so like some of our like brain power that we've imported from other countries are the people who are deciding to get out of America right now. go other places.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know.
They call it the brain. It's the brain drain. That's what I hear it called is like the brain drain.
It's on a
The brain.
Politico.eu article.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's look at that for Are You Serious?
Okay.
I just opened new tab, the Politico EU article. I know we're getting close on time. A proof of concept neural brain implant providing speech from Ars Technica. A bunch of stuff I'm skipping around. Fake Spot shuts down today after 9 years of detecting fake product reviews. Oh, interesting. I didn't know this was a company, but apparently there's a company named Fake Spot where they shut down 9 years today. After 9 years, they shut down doing fake product review
Oh, that's interesting.
stuff. Maybe they couldn't keep up, and it's like, man, our software is no longer viable. Why do swallows fly to the Korean DMZ? I don't know if they mean bird swallows. Don't know. Soldiers wrist pursed. Wait, soldiers, like with apostrophe S, wrist purse discovered at Roman legionary camp. Oh, a Roman soldier's wrist purse. Okay, that's pretty cool. Hey, and for the last one on here is every month Hacker News has a Ask Hacker News who is hiring. So this one was posted yesterday for the July 1st. It's still on the front page. Ask Hacker News who is hiring July 2025. There's 287 posts under that thread. And with that concludes our Hacker News for the day. Tiptoe News. What do we want to tiptoe around? And it is 10:42, so we'll call it 10:51.
Just because it's okay. I am not. We're going to tiptoe around what is being called Alligator Alcatraz. Have you heard of Alligator Alcatraz?
I have not, but I did overhear something about reopening Alcatraz. I didn't know if it was real. I didn't pay attention.
Well, so that's a separate.
That's separate. Okay.
That's on the West Coast. Yeah, that has been talked about. Well,
yeah, let's hear about
Alligator Alcatraz.
Yeah. I'm gonna pour coffee and let you take.
We're gonna tiptoe. Okay. We're gonna tiptoe around this because it's definitely charged with a lot of like feelings by a lot of different people. I'll try to just give this is from NPR. I don't know if I should go to a more neutral news source, but
no, NPR is perfect because
Trump tours Alligator Alcatraz a day before its first arrivals are. Okay. President Trump visited Florida on Tuesday to tour what's been dubbed Alligator Alcatraz, a controversial migrant detention center in the Everglades that officials say is poised to start filling its beds in a matter of hours. They have a typo there. It should say beds. It only says bed. But anyway, the president was joined by Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, and other state emergency management officials as he toured the makeshift facility, which the state put together within days of receiving federal approval last week. I thought this was so professional, so well done, Trump said. I wish I could do a Trump impression. So professional, so well done. Trump said after touring the center, which features rows of fenced-in bunk beds and a razor wire perimeter. It's in the middle of the Everglades, and I saw as there were people outside protesting it, and I mean they threw this thing together quick. There was trucks after truck after truck after truck bringing in materials to build, and basically there were like storage containers, but the people moving there, willfully or unwillfully, or arriving there as they will, they'll basically be living outdoors in tents. So it's a makeshift kind of like encampment. It's a makeshift detention center out in the middle of the Florida Everglades, and it's something to tiptoe around because you're putting people out there without
That sounds like a
Yeah,
nightmare.
in the middle of the Everglades, Florida. Yeah, Florida weather, hurricane. I don't know how the Everglades fare in terms of hurricane season, but
It's a really
Florida is
good.
notorious for hurricanes,
What a good segue,
hot,
actually.
humid weather. So, okay, all right.
What a actually really good segue. That's awesome. What? No, that is not awesome. Alligator Alcatraz sounds like a nightmare, but I'm glad that
Yes.
you went over that, and very good tiptoeing. All I know is that off the coast of Jacksonville and Tampa, so U.S. news, weather news, we apologize. We'll start doing some more world coverage, but you go to the map. I know there's a lot of green and red out here in the Atlantic, and then we have a tropical storm off the coast of the Gulf, and then we have the storm still coming in the southern area of Mexico off the Pacific, and then I have another tab where travel delays, flooding, downpours, all the I-95 corridor, and this is for Wednesday, so that everyone knows. And so that's as best I can do for weather today.
Wow, that's the entire East Coast, basically.
Yeah,
that's like the entire East Coast.
And I'm gonna close the AccuWeather tabs. It's trying to load up ads over here and breaking and. All right.
All right.
What do you think that AI should ask itself today?
This might be a way to kind of lighten the tiptoeing. Maybe you could ask it to be Ray Romano and have Ray Romano discuss being in Alligator Alcatraz. I don't know if I should make that or something along those lines. Or maybe, I don't know, unless you want to go a different direction. That's just the first thing that popped in my head.
I'm starting off by typing, we want you to ask yourself something and answer, but wait for us to tell you who you are. And then I can't say Ray Romano. I don't think. I think because they are a fictional character, it might not go crazy.
That's the actor's. That's the actor. No, that's the actor's name.
That is
Ray
name.
Romano.
Of course.
Yeah.
It is. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. If you were on Everybody Loves Raymond and had to
ask who would win in a fight, Al Bundy or Ray Romano?
Well, I really like it.
What if Ray Romano and
Al to ask itself?
Okay.
So we just give it context.
Okay. I was gonna say damn. Try to make it seem like if there was that show Wife Swap. If Al Bundy and Everybody Loves Raymond swap places, go ahead and do your thing. I don't know.
That would be really fun. Actually, it'd be really fun in real life. Like that would be great.
Yeah. Like crossover television.
Right.
Yeah.
And then just no one even mentions it. Like then it's just like they act like it's normal, like nothing changed.
Right.
It's just like, wait, why was Al Bundy Ray today, and why was Ray Al? And like they didn't say anything about it. They just acted normal, and there was, if you're on Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah.
So this is how I'll prompt it: is if you were on Everybody Loves Raymond and had to ask yourself something. Go ahead and do it. And give yourself, so it's asking itself something and talking, so a thorough explanation, and response. And what do we want? Do we want it to be funny? Do we want it to be crazy?
Yeah, I want it to be funny. I'd like to hear something funny.
We
I'd like
want-
to see how it does it.
We want a funny, crazy take.
Yeah.
There's entire textbooks. You can go get a master's degree in generative AI and LLMs and how to prompt these days. And this is all you got to do. You don't got to say, hi, this is... Okay, here's the scene. The kitchen in Ray and Deborah's house. Ray dash me. So the AI already took itself on as Ray. We didn't tell it to be Ray.
Okay.
If you were on everybody, so it's like Ray, me, now is standing in front of the fridge, half in, half out, talking to himself, and no one's around. Okay.
Well,
Ray.
Like no one's around.
Yes. Ray, aka me now. Okay, Ray. Oh, whoa. He just doubled up their Okay, hold on. The AI is like, okay. Ray's talking to himself in front of the fridge. Okay. So, okay, Ray, be honest. If you could trade lives with Robert for just one day, would you actually enjoy being him? Ray, still me, responding to myself. All right, first of all, no. And also, maybe. Let me explain. First, Robert eats like a horse and never gains weight, probably because he paces like a nervous giraffe and the man sweats gravy. That metabolism? Chef's kiss. Second, Robert doesn't have 3 kids trying to murder each other with cereal boxes by 8 a.m. He lives alone. Sure, it's sad and echoey in there, but you know what else it is? Quiet. You know, the last time I experienced silence? 1998. I was briefly unconscious at Thanksgiving. But then, I remember he has to deal with Mom, like deal. She still alphabetizes his fridge. Last week she threw away his mustard because it wasn't zesty enough. That's a real quote. That's a real person. That's Mary Barone in the wild. Barone. Also, I'm pretty sure Robert talks to his food, like emotionally. Once I watched him apologize to a meatball. The man's got layers. He's like an onion, but like a weird, haunted onion. So, would I trade lives with Robert? Maybe just for the metabolism and the recliner and the alone time, but then I remember Robert's got no Deborah, no kids, jury's still out on whether that's a perk, and no sweet gig where I get paid to write 500 words about why the Mets are doomed again. I forgot about that part of it. Ray shrugs, grabs a half-eaten sandwich. So no, I'll stay me, but I might secretly take his mustard. And then ChatGPT asks, do you want me to do Frank next or Mary? God help us. It ends with God help us.
Oh,
It's
that must be like
it ended and it says,
God
do you want me
help
to do Frank or Mary or Frank next or Mary? And then just God help us. That was good.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It is Let's Jam time. I think that just move along. I think that we could possibly listen to another.
Oh, here's some breaking news. Just Sean Combs. Sorry to Sean.
Go ahead.
Just breaking news just came through on my Apple. Sean Combs was found not guilty of racketeering and sex trafficking, but convicted on 2 lesser charges of transporting people for prostitution. So anyway.
Wow. That is big.
That is what it is.
That is big news. I don't know either way what the thing was at, but I hope that person,
surprising,
can repair their
there's justice served, but it doesn't.
And that they can repair their character or.
Oh no!
I don't know how you come
Combs,
back from that.
If everything was, you don't come back from that. You
Right.
die, and
Right.
like.
Well, we're gonna
I
go
hope
back
the victims. Yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah,
Everybody
I
loves
agree.
Raymond. Mustard.
Well, I'm gonna pump the music, and we're gonna go back to Kevin MacLeod today, who has all these songs we'll be more prepared for, and in the future we'll take some requests ahead of time on our Discord that we'll be adding more and more to, and held of a community there where people can vote and request things. But we're gonna go. I'll throw out some song names, and I'll tell you what albums they're on if you wanna pick. There's a song called Local Forecaster. Oh no, it's called Elevator, and it's on the Disco Ultra Lounge album. There's the Pixel Peaker Polka, which is on the Polka 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 album. No Frills, which is Latinesque. There's the Sneaky Snitch. I don't know what some of these other types of music are. The album, dude has a lot of music. Composer Kevin MacLeod.
You want you little polka polka polka?
Sure. Let's see what polka 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 is.
All right.
Oh.
All right. Got something else?
Oh, I hit play, and I'm surprised.
Oh, okay.
I'm done with it.
Refresh and turn the volume up. Hey.
I like it. And it's like chip tune.
Okay. yeah, bit music.
It's very happy.
Yeah, something like this would be good for a game about pizza.
I picture like robot unicorns riding a carousel.
Oh yeah.
I may not have image credits, but while we listen.
Is there so polka dots are a thing? I feel like this is gonna be some kind of obvious, like, am I missing what polka actually means?
I think this song is just in the not true polka
Style.
but in the style of, I would say. I did prompt chat GPT, can I get an image of robot unicorns riding a carousel? And it is working in the background, so we'll see what that comes to that one.
Okay, alright.
While the song finishes out, we have Who Would Pump It Up Now. There's 3 minutes and 22 seconds. Oh no, the whole thing is 3:22. Perfect. We're 2:22 in.
Okay, good time.
I'm gonna ask where the F is that on, so that's ready.
Okay. I was trying to figure out if there's a relationship between polka music and polka dots, and apparently the term likely originated because of the popularity of the polka dance around the same time that the pattern became fashionable. So many other products of fashion of the era are also adopted the polka name.
Oh, hell yeah. Wait till you see this one on the screen. And that is our song. That was Kevin MacLeod. We're going to pause that there. That was Kevin MacLeod. Pixel Peaker Polka. Faster. Maybe there's a Pixel Peaker Polka traditional song, and this one's just faster. It's on his album. For for this next section, we were started off with royalty-free jazz. Let's go to a little bit of royalty-free world music. What do you think?
Yeah. Let's see what's going on in Zimbabwe or something.
Free instrumental. There we go. World music. This one's just called Venice. Oh yes. Beautiful. I'll have to turn the volume down until halfway, but great background here. Some crazy Italian flamenco.
Yeah, and great
playing. You'll see here on the stream in a second, I have up I double click. This is our Pixel Peeker Polka Robot Unicorn Carousel.
Whoa. That's pretty menacing. That's like a crazy carnival. That's like that's the Hunter S. Thompson. That's Hunter S. Thompson goes to the carnival.
I'm gonna give that one a. Oh man, it gave me a lot of. Oh, that's way.
Oh man.
Let me find the download button.
Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
The carousel.
I know where you can watch all episodes of. Yeah, I know where you can watch all episodes of Tales by the Crypt. By the way.
Where?
There's a media server that we have on 84 that has a bunch of content.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Heck
It's a Linux
Sweet.
Plex server. When you say Plex today has become like a larger streaming platform, but back in the day, Plex started out as an open source just media server. You know, you could install on your computer to store all your own movies and pictures and stuff.
Okay, all right.
So
I used to
go ahead.
Oh, just at one point, like when they were still selling like the VHS tapes of Tales from the Crypt. Like I owned like several of the seasons. I don't think I had all of them, but yeah, I'd like to go back and watch those. Well, that's good to know.
And I'm pretty sure there's quite a lot on there.
Hell yeah. Ooh, what is this? Zhengzhou, China?
I wasn't even going to attempt. I'm going to go with your pronunciation.
I think it is Zhengzhou. I think it is.
It's famous for its towering sandstone pillars
Zhengzhi.
that inspired the floating mountains in Avatar. Oh, like the movie Avatar. Okay, it's located in the Hunan province and home to the stunning this national forest park. Let me know if you want something more obscure, coastal, or frozen next. I don't know what. See, ChatGPT. I think we're on 5. It's probably using 5 until I run out of credits and it switches to 4. It's getting a little goofy and crazy, like it hasn't been. It's like a little bit off. It's like, yeah, you're getting a little wonky.
Right.
Yeah. It's being goofy when you didn't ask to be goofy. So here we have our Wikipedia page. Oh my goodness gracious. These are the towering pillars. Wow.
I'm waiting for my...
This is why we go to Wikipedia, because I would think that this is a picture from a game, a 3D game, or AI generated, or... Wow.
Whoa.
That
is beautiful.
Yeah, it is Mount Tianzi, Tianzi, Shan. I almost guarantee you're not pronouncing any of this right.
Zhengzhi? I don't know. Yeah.
We're gonna go back. You know, human settlement in this region dates back 100,000 years.
Holy shit.
I'm not even going to comment on that because that's a long time ago.
Right.
There's some,
Right.
it was named what we're looking at now in 1994 after the National Forest Park of the area, in order to give it more prominence after the site had been designated a World Heritage Site. I don't know China or the geography there, but it's in the northeast, towards the northeast corner of the country. It goes over their counties. I'm all of a sudden realizing I have no idea about how their
like their system of territory.
geography, territories and things work. I know it gets very political there too. There's this huge crazy bridge going across here. Amazing. I kind of wonder if this is one of the places where I've seen pictures where they have there's like a path going alongside like the mountain, but the floor is glass. It's like you're thousands of feet up and it's like the scariest thing. Actually, if I zoom
I have seen that as well.
Yeah, if I try to zoom on this, it looks like this bridge does have see-through section panels.
That that would be a little unnerving. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's definitely that's the one. That's like the most famous one, I think.
The closest
called,
that
I think it's called Coiling Drag. I think it's called Coiling Dragon Cliff Skywalk. The Tiananmen Mountain and Zhangjiajie National Forest.
Very cool. Last thing I notice about this photo is that this man looks like he's taking a picture of the person who took this picture, and he looks like he's just like a security guard or something.
Wait, where's he at? Where's he at?
You'll see him in a second. I zoomed
go back.
Bottom right hand corner.
Okay.
And there's she over here. They are looking at their phone. Actually, it looks like they have a selfie stick attached to their phone. But this guy looks like he's perfectly taking a picture of where this picture was taken. The person taking the picture. A lot of selfies and pictures being taken in this photo. Interesting. Of the photo being taken. I wonder.
It looks like that's kind of like those steps leading down. That guy might be taking a picture of the guy taking a picture. I'm trying to wait for. I'm catching up to where you zoomed in on the guy taking a picture of the guy taking a picture. But there's also so many people taking pictures that possibly they just got caught in the crosshair of someone taking a picture of a different group and they were in the right angle.
And they're on Wikipedia. This guy has to pee. He's throwing his Gatorade bottle or fruit juice bottle or whatever water bottle away. He's going right for it, and he's like, "Where's the bathroom?" And
right.
This guy's really happy. I was like, "This little kid's playing. He's digging underneath. He's digging in the stairs right there, in the bleachers." It'd be fascinating to be if you could track down somehow online the same picture, like when this picture was taken, this lady's picture.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, she took a selfie on this bridge.
There's people that I've seen. There are trackers on the internet. They can take if you take a picture, there's either some TikToker or something that they track down locations with very minimal knowledge. They are masters of using Google Maps and it's definitely possible.
That is
and kind of scary to think about.
That is actually a really fun collaborative game. There's a few different ones. GeoHub is one, but GeoGuessr is the main one. I'm opening it actually in another tab if you want to try it out after we do this.
Okay.
And I'm making for GeoGuessr, signing in with 3-minute radio account. Confirm. You can't see it on the screen.
Yeah.
Unlock.
Yeah, I
all
would like to
game
go
modes.
to China.
You got 3 free locations left to play. Okay, cool. Other than that, it's $2.99 a month, which I don't blame them. Their website looks amazing. I can pull it up now that I made an account. Their website looks really awesome. So geoguessr.com. You know, you've got websites out there that arguably don't really do anything cool or for society. Stuff like this, it's cool. So I'd rather pay $2.99 a month for doing some geoguessing than, like, for instance, the $9 a month Twitter subscription just for ad free.
Yeah.
So that was Where the F Is That? Very cool. I think we learned more about these people in this bridge than, well, just these pictures. Mind blown. Like, there's a lot of beautiful places in the world, but like, wow. That's something else.
Yeah.
All right. We are on to bug of the day. Bug of the day.
Where's my fly swatter?
Yeah, we need a little fly swatter meme that comes up, like the thing, hey, it's time for bug of the day. Whap! And then, you know, it's like code that breaks up.
Yeah.
I'm switching back to this view real quick because I'm gonna go to
Louis the Lightning Bug singing his damn song and then just like smash.
You mean from the power plant commercials? Like,
yeah, you gotta play it safe around electricity. You gotta play it safe.
Okay.
Oh, you gotta play it safe. All right.
I can't believe I thought, I was like, wait, are you talking? That I knew their name. I forgot
about it.
Yeah.
I forgot about it until just now, but man, Saturday morning cartoon commercials, that shit. Yeah, I remember that vividly. Deeply embedded.
Right.
Much like a bad bug could be, I guess. I don't know.
Well, today we are going to look at, I'm just almost have it up. Why are there not an issues tab for this thing that I'm at? I was looking at Mozilla Firefox. Oh, they don't have an issues tab, but I found, we're going to look at this. This isn't a bug. This is actually a commit 11 hours ago made by a person that I'll share my, well, I am sharing my screen now. This is the Mozilla Firefox /Firefox code repository. This is the bug of the day. Commit number 613E726, committed 11 hours ago. The commit message is, for context, you go to save your code. This is the reason you did it. Revert bug 1974907. Change the backdrop filter to use edge mode equals mirror for causing build bustages in CS blur color target.h. It reverts a previous commit that was supposed to fix a bug. So just slightly. Okay, this has to do with a blurring effect that is built into the browser. So we were talking Firefox web browser. There's a blurring tool or effect. So this is in web render, GFX, which I assume stands for graphic effect, web render /res CS blur. So there is a blur attribute in web development where you can blur, like, you know, when you click something and the background blurs. This is exactly what this is doing. So there's a bug in it that the backdrop filter, and so to track this down just for one more minute is it reverts this commit. Normally on these GitHub repos, there's an issues thing, but I think the reason is that Firefox doesn't use GitHub issues to track their thing. You go down, Firefox browser, fast, reliable private web browser for nonprofit Mozilla organization. We use Bugzilla, of course, Mozilla. We use Bugzilla.mozilla as our issue.
Bugzilla.
Yeah, welcome to Bugzilla. Create a new Bugzilla account. I don't want to do that. I want to report an issue. I need technical support. I just want to go to browse. Pro tip, all the little links in the first page of websites, you don't have to click those. There's more. You go to like, oh, I just wanted to browse. I didn't want to sign up. Or core, Firefox for Android, Firefox for iOS. Let's go to Firefox for iOS and go, and here's all the different tools. Let's go to favicon storage and fetching within iOS for Firefox for iOS. Let me zoom this page. So we have an open bug up. Oh, no, there's no one assigned. This was opened August 2023. And favicons keep disappearing. Nobody assigned. Bugzilla links that are synced from desktop are displaying an incorrect favicon. Fun bugs out there. Load page, see favicon, load other pages, or launch another app. Revisit the browser after a few minutes. Your favicons have disappeared, so user doesn't know what websites are already open in tabs. Actual results, the favicons have disappeared, so users don't know what websites have already opened in tabs. So for context, favicons are the little icons at the top of browser tabs for websites. That's what a favicon file is.
Okay.
Yep. You save the image as literally favicon.icon or ICO, and the browser knows to put that in the tab. For instance, at the top here, Hacker News is the Y Combinator one, or Google, you know which one. So yeah, this was open 3 years ago. If you have iOS, and download Firefox and see if this is still a thing. Someone out there, be interesting. Yeah, you open some tabs in Firefox, and then you go open a different app and you leave it, and you come back 5 minutes later. Apparently, the favicons are gone, and you don't know what tabs are which. Just that's a fun little bug. Mm-hmm. Cool. I know I went a little longer there, but it's interesting. Just interesting to dive into. What's for breakfast?
Ooh, good question.
We need breakfast again today.
Yeah, need breakfast every day.
We need breakfast.
Most important meal.
And importantly, what not for breakfast? Are we doing avocado again? If it's spelled wrong, it's okay. Chef's back in the kitchen.
Yeah, they need to...
Go ahead.
Oh no, if it's avocado again, then we're gonna have we should put in we should tell it no avocados today, please. Let's try something different.
You're gonna love this. I hope that we are making generative AI history here, that people look back and they're like they mine the internet for gems of the early days when AI started taking off, but
Right.
Chef's back in the kitchen. Let's switch it up today. No avocado this time. And then in parentheses says, we're not that predictable. They could get sassy with us. Like, oh, honey.
Ooh.
Fine, no avocado today.
You think you know me?
Yeah, we're going bold, warm, and deeply satisfying with a clean conscience. Sweet potato breakfast hash with eggs and herbs. 1 medium sweet potato, diced small, half bell pepper, half onion, 1 clove garlic, 2 eggs, olive oil, smoked. Loves the paprika and cumin and salt and pepper though. I think we've had those on each. With no chili flakes today though. Fresh parsley or cilantro. We're gonna saute our sweet potatoes in olive oil. Toss in onion, pepper, garlic. I've never thought to make sweet potatoes like this, but yeah, it sounds freaking good. Ever had a sweet potato baked potato?
No, yeah.
Do you like sweet potatoes?
Oh yeah.
Or yams? Yeah.
Fucking love sweet potatoes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Brown sugar.
They're good for you too.
Yeah. Oh. Sweet potato French
cinnamon
fries.
Sometimes.
Baked sweet potato French fries.
Oh God, yeah,
fire.
those are the best.
Oh.
Yeah.
I live in an area with a lot of agriculture, and I don't know if it's sweet potato season or not, but I'm gonna find me some local sweet potatoes.
Sweet potato.
Smoked taters. So you're making a hash. You pile the hash on a plate with eggs on top. It's all elegant for a second, and then it's just like pile the hash on a plate. Sprinkle your herbs if you're fancy. Why it's elite? It's warm, grounding, and sweet, savory, packed with fiber, clean carbs, and protein. Makes you feel like a lumberjack, but smarter.
Okay.
Apparently, it's like it took, no avocado, so today we feel like lumberjacks.
Yeah.
We're not touching grass today. We're touching big ass tree trunks.
Yeah, we're chopping down trees.
What not to eat for breakfast today? No sugary muffins. Posing as healthy. You're eating cake, and not even the good kind. Oh shit. I love this. Fruit. Wait, don't have any fruit. Oh no, fruit yogurt with 20 grams of sugar. It brings this up every day. It does not like
it does, yeah.
It does not like fruit yogurt with more than 20 grams of sugar.
Yeah, that's got me questioned. I've got yogurt in the fridge. It's like Chobani, which is like Greek yogurt.
Well, I think that said it was good the other
I'm
day.
wondering.
Instead, unless it's but
it has fruit in it. But I think it's real fruit. But it is fruit on the bottom. And I'm trying to look at the bottom real quick.
It mentioned it the other day specifically.
Yeah. Total sugar is 14 grams. So yeah.
Oh, you're in the clear.
I guess it's better just to get the.
You're in the clear.
All right.
Because it's specifically 3 days in a row. It said 20 grams.
Ooh.
Then number 3 is energy drinks, and it says you're just renting anxiety.
Yeah, seriously.
You're paying rent for anxiety. Wow. Damn. No fast food sandwiches today. Nothing says regret like at 10:30 a.m. quite like mystery meat and microwaved eggs.
At 10:30 a.m.
Shit. No.
Like mystery meat and microwaved egg.
Dry cereal that turns your milk neon. If it glows, it goes.
Good thing. I guess that's a general good thing to live by.
And today it asks again to wrap up is want a sweet breakfast tomorrow or back to high protein? I'm here for your morning evolution. We'll see tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow. And are you serious? What was it that
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
There was an article from the front page of Hacker News. There's like, oh, that could be the Are You Serious? And it was it was a Politico article. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you had it. Yeah.
Well, it's not this
About
Politico
France,
article. Yeah, for scientific refugees in France. So I'm pulling. Click on it here. We are on Politico.eu. The first American scientific refugees arrive in France. AIX Marseille. So I don't know. I just spelled the letters because AIX-Marseille. Marseille University is wooing researchers who feel targeted by the... We're just going to start saying TA for Trump administration.
Okay.
It's just, I think it's just better. As more
Right.
and more we do this every day, and going, oh, the TA, because everybody's heard enough of TA. I like TA as a man, but that's
right.
Is that
But
David
The
Hasselhoff?
TA, yeah,
This guy looks like David Hasselhoff.
it kind
but
of looks
is
like
not.
him. Looks like David Hasselhoff with blonde hair.
This is
That's his son.
he got bleached at the beach.
Son of a.
U.S. research. This person's name, who we think looks like David Hasselhoff, is U.S. researcher Brian Sandberg applied for the Safe Place for Science program. He said the U.S. research and education systems were really under attack. And there's a lot of truth to this. We can go over this sometime soon. I know a person right now that's a biology student, and I actually had a discussion with them last evening, and did not ask them, but considered asking them if they'd be interested in anonymously coming on the show sometime to talk about their experience in college right now as a new biology student, seeing all these research programs losing funding and things like that. Because he even said that even some of the PhD programs that his professors run are there's issues.
Yeah.
So he's a sophomore, a biology student. So has a boots on the ground knowledge, and this is one 20-year-old United States, what I would still call a kid.
That'd be awesome.
Pursuing a biology degree, and he's a real great guy. I think think it was totally cool to do like a thing. I think it'd be down.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you should ask him.
So, speaking from the university's Hilltop Astrophysics Lab, AMU President Eric Burton likened the situation to that of European academics who fled persecution by Nazi Germany both before and during World War II. Okay, so that's why they're kind of leaning into this scientific refugee thing, because I could see that, you're in Germany, you flee to France in the shadows of World War II, right? And I know that the EU has extremely robust scientific research, like facilities, state-of-the-art programs, countless universities doing just one that comes to mind is CERN with the particle accelerator. But tons of other endless amounts of universities that are doing groundbreaking work and funded by their national communities. But so, not to just go through and read the whole article or anything, but I think that's are you serious? That's a pretty much, I get it. It's like, dang, are you serious?
That's pretty serious. Yeah.
That is pretty serious.
And I think, kind of like going back to when you originally brought it up, it's the part of what has been kind of a major, I guess backbone of the American economy and allure of what America as a country and society brings to the world, is that we have some of the best academic institutions in the world, and so we've offered we've opened the doors for people from some of the best and brightest from all over the world to come to the United States and to get their education and academic training here in the U.S. and so it seems like we're gonna lose some of that, which is unfortunate for a lot of reasons. We're supposed to be the melting pot of melting pot of the world or whatever. And yeah, it's unfortunate to see that shift.
Absolutely.
But
Great
at least, you know,
great
they're
take on it. Oh, I was right before
yeah,
you started to give your feedback there. I was like right there where I was like, so what are your thoughts on this? So
yeah, no,
it sums it up
just,
very well.
you know, it's unfortunate, really unfortunate. And the other, it's not just that, like, I guess the other, like, to get in briefly a little deeper is just that, like, it is an attack on institutions and the overall effect. Like, fortunately, those bright minds and people are going to other countries, but it's gonna have, it's devastating to this country. It's devastating to the United States to have those institutions like under attack, and to education in general is going to suffer. And it's all across the board too. It's not just in the colleges. It's there, education is under attack and at all levels. And you know, and then you bring in AI, and you know, kids like using that to like cheat on tests and stuff, and using that, like, we got some problems. It's going to take a while to sort out our problems, but we'll persevere.
It is, and will always be. It's interesting, exciting, wild times for sure. That's simplifying
For sure.
way
Yeah.
too little. It's so crazy. It's crazy is all what it is. We've been through
Yeah.
crazy times a bunch, and for all of human history. So I will argue and say though that I think that this is unprecedented for right now. The culmination of technology,
Yeah.
political issues, economic, worldwide issues everywhere. It's like, yeah, things are wild.
Geopolitics, yeah.
Well, speaking
Yeah,
of geo,
absolutely.
would you like to do? It's 11:30 a.m. If you want, would you want to try one of these GeoGuessr real quick? You probably have a
Yeah.
lag on seeing the screen, but okay.
I'm gonna refresh and
Oh, there's round 1 of 3. There's a timer. It's a counting down from 2 minutes. Like I gotta go.
oh shit.
Wait, it says start. Okay, here's the picture, and it gives you a map on the right,
Ooh.
and you basically have to put a pin in where you're at.
Okay.
So these streets look
Okay.
like they're like paved stone.
Europe? It's Europe. It's maybe Eastern Europe.
Let's see if we can find. I like that where you're going already. Ooh, there's these like the roofs have like. Ooh, look at this lady though. When I turn around, dude, she's carrying
I'm gonna.
a bucket on her head of like laundry. There's a little market next to
Okay.
it with a Coca-Cola painted up here. 46 seconds left.
Go back to the lady. Oh no. Crap. It says Coca-Cola. I'm thinking it's either Italy or it's somewhere like Yakistan, like some kind of Eastern.
Yeah, these buildings are wild looking. I agree with you. For some part of me, makes me feel like we're in South America, though.
Is it? Oh.
Like a
I
Spanish.
could. Okay.
Like. Oop. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, no, we were both way off. We were in. It ended. The timer ended. We were
What
in.
is it?
We were on an island off the coast of Mozambique and Malawi. It is an island.
Oh wow.
We were in Madagascar. We were in Abatampi, Madagascar. No, I still have that wrong. We were in Antanabadafansi. We were in Madagascar. This is how smart I am. Is I didn't know that Madagascar itself was an island until now.
I did not either. It is. But isn't it like it's near Spain? It's like off of Spain. It's like between Africa and Spain.
It is off the mid to southern, southeast coast of Africa, off the right side of Mozambique. And then you go north and you have the Seychelles. Damn. So in the Indian Ocean, pretty far out from, and it's huge. It is on the opposite side of Africa from Spain. Sorry to.
Damn. Burst my bubble.
We learned.
You were way off.
I blew it away though. I was like,
don't.
Madagascar looked kind of, it looked cool. Those buildings there, they looked like this Spanish influenced, like, I don't know. There's probably a lot of history, of course, with that. If I zoom in more, there's probably a lot of ports going on. This is the Indian Ocean. It's got to be a major, like one of the largest Indian Ocean shipping, like international trade ports in the world. Ports.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start another round.
Damn. Yeah, hell yeah.
So we have 3 free ones, so you get 2 minutes only. Why they do that? They really want you to pay.
I know.
This place, this image looks, it made me realize too, as we do stuff like this, instead of you having to watch this stream on Twitch, I have a way where it can be way more real time for you, where you're not watching it through a stream, but we're just have a shared desktop tab.
You dropped out. I lost you.
Oh, test. Test.
Let's see, I can't hear you.
It might be catching up.
Talking. I'm talking. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
I think you're gone. I don't know if I'm carrying the dead space. If I am.
I can hear you.
Okay. All right. There we go. You're back.
Oh, I guess just my audio is dropping for a second. But I was saying that at another time we'll set up. I have a way better way for you to share. We can share the same desktop tab at the same time, so you're not having to see everything through Twitch. You could
right. Okay.
You could actually be able to like control the screen too at the same time. I'll set that stuff up.
Okay, cool.
I'm just there's 29 seconds. I'm seeing Supermercado La Gran Despensa C&D Colombiana.
Colombia.
Are we in Colombia?
We're in Colombia. I'm going with Colombia.
You're going with Colombia?
I'm going with fucking Juan Valdez, motherfucker. Juan Valdez, Colombian coffee.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of this street is cool looking. Woo! We're in Bogota, we're in Bogota, Colombia.
Hell yeah!
It's cool is when we didn't pick, but we'll try to get a guess in on the next one where you click where you're at. I didn't click in time. It'll tell you how many miles. Like if we narrow it to Colombia, then you're like, what town? I don't know, and it'll tell you how far away you were.
Okay.
All right, next round, and as it loads for your view, I'll try to start describing what I see and stuff as quick as I can. Oh, there's a huge building just on the left. Like, it looks like there could be parking garage entrances. It's not a tall building. There's like nothing around. It's like there's a park. Oh, this is some sort of like sports. This is like some sort of sports building. It has to be. Like a stadium. This poor lady's walking up. She doesn't even realize she's all over the the internet. This guy's getting in his car.
Geo, yeah.
I feel like let's go look at this van. Where'd the van go? That van's gone. I actually
It's a Starry Night.
I actually had let's look at this
Van go.
utility truck. I actually had a Google camera car drive through the neighborhood the other day. There's this guy jogging. So this is like a park outside of a stadium. It's kind of rural. There's a minute left. I feel anywhere further I go up the road, I really can't see much. Ooh, here's some signs. Let me see if I can.
Yeah.
If I can get close enough to these signs to read them.
Get a language.
It's tough with. Wait, now can I zoom from? Oh, we are not in the United States. I thought we were. I think we are. So Villa Jaranco, Kaupung Kapagana. I think we are in possibly Russia or Ukraine or Poland or Austria. I want to. Do you have any guesses? We have 6 seconds. I'm gonna put the.
I don't. I
put it smack dab in the middle of Slovakia. What did I pick? Slovenia.
You said Russia, Poland, Slovenia.
Yeah.
I'll say Estonia.
Is that your guess?
I'm guessing.
Because you're
Estonia.
You're right next door. I put the pin on the map, and I was 1,713 kilometers away in Slovenia.
Yeah.
Your guess for Estonia is literally right across the water of the Gulf of Finland.
Finland. Okay. Is that Finland?
We were in Finland.
No.
On the coast. We were in Helsinki.
Finland. Oh shit. Helsinki. Hell yeah.
We were in Helsinki, right across the water from the Gulf of Finland from Estonia. You would have been. I think you would have been within 100 to within a few hundred miles, easy. This might even be only 50
I was
miles.
literally just guessing.
Yeah, really good guess. You were how many miles is top? Anyhow,
Man, this makes me want to travel.
Same here. I didn't even know Finland had this huge gulf, and it's between Estonia and Finland, and yeah, it'd be awesome. And between there, you got Sweden next door. You got Norway, Sweden, the Gulf of Bothnia.
You bring your fishing pole and catch some Swedish fish before you go to the movies.
Yeah, I'd go. You have the UK, and then it's you can go Ireland, UK, Denmark, and then boom, right on up. You're in Sweden, Finland. Oh, that'd be sweet.
Man, yeah, in Europe, there's people that do world traveling, and honestly, they don't have much money. They just it seems pretty sketchy because all the movies about hostels and stuff in Europe.
Yeah.
But man, if I was younger,
backpacking and yeah. Well, it's 11:44 a.m. If you would like, we can go on intermission and jump right back in at noon, bust out the afternoon delight show.
Yeah.
Since we're already here and going.
Okay.
And then we get the afternoon delight lunchtime show in on time, and then get to go take a nap for the rest, or whatever. I know we were on late, so.
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'm gonna leave up I like this royalty-free world music. It's been chill. It's been a nice background, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this up where, this up, and then this is why, the text overlay thing that I would show you, this is where I want to be like,
yeah,
show text overlay and be like BRB at this time. But
right, yeah,
I have my handy friend here, DivJot. Pull up, close this JavaScript. I'm gonna pull up the HTML tab, bust out a little H1 above the canvas. And we're gonna do BRB for the afternoon delight at 12:10 EDT. And then on our CSS H1s, we're doing color lime, font size 17 M's. 17 M's is not a real thing. It's a joke of the huge font size. But there you go. And
all right,
for the afternoon, did I not write delight? Oh, it's just I made the font size so huge and the screen's goofy. All right, yeah, 15 minutes.
Okay, cool. Be right back.
All right. Good morning show, by the way. All right, mic check, mic check, mic check. It's 11:59 a.m. IP, are you back? I hear the Discord call. I'm trying to grab it real quick. All right. Hey.
Hey. I had an idea for tiptoeing, but I'll tell you about it later.
Okay. Heck yeah.
I think we need to like some song, like some sounds and stuff, but we'll talk about that later.
I like where you're going with that.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead and tell me. I'm setting up things if you want.
Okay. Sure. For it was,
tell the audience.
One of the things could be so when the tiptoeing segment comes on, it could be who's the guy? Tiptoe, whoever that guy is that plays the ukulele and sings. You know what I'm talking about?
Adam Sandler?
No. Hang on a second. Hang on. Let me. That was
the Hawaiian.
I'll try to do a better impression.
Artist. The Hawaiian artist?
Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim does that.
Oh yeah.
No. Not that.
The large man.
Through the window. Anyway.
Yes, Tiny Tim. I was going for.
Yeah, not the Hawaiian dude. Yeah.
That man is very large, not Tiny Tim.
That dude's awesome though.
Yeah. Most.
Yeah. You were going with like Samoan Pacific Islander motherfucking badass. Yeah. But like just a brief 3 seconds of Tiny Tim's tiptoe through the window
very
and
radio.
What else? There was something. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's kind of And there was when it comes to the are you serious? I think we should do a collage of us saying 10 to 20 different ways of how to say are you serious? Are you serious? All the different inflections, but have it be us saying it, but then do a collage,
an audio collage.
Just an idea. Yeah,
love it. You had me on the Tiny Tim. I'm just doing something for later. I'm gonna switch back over to the thing. I'm gonna type some things in. I need a link to an audio source for the Tiptoe song by Tiny Tim that I can put in an HTML audio element. So that's going, searching the web, and switch back to this. I'm jumping over to, we're doing a little bit of a pre-show here just for another minute. If you would like to help me with we did Hacker News front page for this morning. We did Tiptoe News, which was on Alligator Alcatraz. We did the weather. Today on AI Asks Itself, we did if you were on everybody.
Raymond.
Yeah, if you were Raymond, we'll know what that means. Let's Jam, we did the Kevin MacLeod on Spotify. We did the Polka. And
yeah, Polka. Now I got System of Down stuck in the head.
For where the F is that.
Polka.
I feel like I have
that?
two audio sources playing. It's because ChatGPT is playing it, maybe. Yes.
Okay.
Copy, close this tab.
Yeah, Where the F is that? Oh, that was the Jinjai Zhao or Jinjai, China.
That place in China with the bridge.
Yeah.
The bridge. I'll update these.
The glass
another time.
Glass floor.
That place. The bug of the day, we looked at some Firefox stuff. Firefox stuff.
The blurring.
What's for breakfast? We had the sweet potato.
Sweet potatoes.
We had sweet potato hash bowl plate thing.
Hey man, you got some hash?
I get cheechandchong.com ads all the time, and I don't like.
Really? I didn't know there was a cheechandchong.com.
There's like psilocybin mushroom gummies and stuff you can order. Like, depending on what state you're in and things. Like
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's
yeah.
Madness. Can you imagine being in high school right now?
I mean, where I'm at, and I'm not in a fully legal, recreationally legal state, and we're not talking about any illegal or substance use of anything on the show, of course. We are not condoning any of that.
Right.
They have, it's $6 for a 12-ounce can, but I saw it in a liquor store, and it is THC. It's not the, like, other weird non-THC CBD gummies.
Delta.
The Delta stuff. It's none of that. It's actually THC infused a drink, like it's a beer. But it's not an alcoholic drink. It's infused. It's $6 for a 12-ounce can, but it's actually THC. And the reason where I'm at, they're able to sell it. And I'll just say the brand name. It's called Nowadays.
Okay.
I didn't try the THC one. They have non-THC ones as samples, so you can see what it tastes like before you buy it. Great marketing move, by the way.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to pay $6 for a 12-ounce can of something that just doesn't taste good, that you don't know. So you can get the non-THC one for very cheap to try it. But and so someone gave it to me as a sample, and it was very refreshing. And I was like, "Are you sure this does not have?" And they're like, "No, this is the sample ones so you can decide what flavor you like." I'm like, "Wow, that's cool." And they're like, "Yeah, they gave us all these to give away to, and they're like $1 for the sample, but they give them away to, because if it's $6 for a can and there's 6 flavors, like." You don't want to get, like, oh, it tastes like crap.
Yeah, that's expensive.
Yeah.
That's like a cheap bottle of wine.
Right. And the reason, though, that it is where I'm at, because it's not legal, is that is the THC is derived from hemp. So not the flowers, but enough hemp to where the THC content becomes high enough to be viable as put it in a drink. The one I had tasted like ginger ale. It had like a citrusy ginger ale. It was good.
Yeah.
And again, it was the sample. It was the non infused one. They do have an infused cold brew coffee one that I'm like, gosh, it sounds really good.
Get you a good way to wake up in the morning.
Yeah. For Are You Serious? What did we do? We just did it too. We covered a lot though. We did.
It was the French.
The
scientists leading the country.
There we go. Scientific refugee.
And then Tiptoe with Alligator Alcatraz. I don't know if you got that yet.
Yeah, got that one. Scientific refugee.
And what was that? And then after Are You Serious? Is that when we played the Geo game, or was there something else?
We did. We did the Geo game, and we just talked about some different things. it made me realize too,
Okay.
in opening the shows and closing the shows, that for live, like especially more as if there's people here or not, things could be whatever. But then when we go to start doing videos and shorts and stuff like that, we can make really well done pre-recorded intros that then segue right into boom, that's when the show started. So we can cut out like all sorts of stuff and then like, you know, like a real production.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like little things on the, you know, as it goes along. So, you know, we don't have to repeat, go to this every time, you know?
Yeah. And it would be cool to be able to share video and like watch the video and comment like back on it. More easily, or at least for both of us to be able to share and like not have to worry about the loading issues. So that'd be cool to like sharing the screen and stuff.
Yes. There's ways, and there's ways where I could give you a URL for your browser that you just go to and you're on my screen.
Good.
So very cool.
Because I just, after the in the short intermission, like after the after the Are You Serious segment about the scientists leaving, I was starting to watch a little podcast, and like it wasn't about the people fleeing, the scientists and academics fleeing to Europe, but it was about, apparently there's some, I don't know where, it's somewhere in the country, in the US, there's like a history, kind of like a history quiz, or like some middle school like history, they get to pick their topic, and it's kind of like a competition. And like, so apparently the Smithsonian is under attack, like, and how they're framing like history, and they're so I just thought like just the idea popped in my head, like to be able to like draw from sources, to be able to highlight like this is happening, you know. And but yeah,
extra I get what you're
supplemental
saying.
Information, kind of highlight, like, you know, here's like what, but here's a concrete example like of something that's happening, and someone that's smarter than me like talking about like what the effect, or what is actually occurring.
Right, someone wants to go somewhere, I want to find out more about that. Hey, I agree. And I was like, hey, it's only day 3. We'll get there with some very robust interactive things. And right now, for instance, I'm still, as we're starting this, I'm updating our stream title and thumbnail to the Lunch and Learn. Update all. So we are officially now updating. And I'm going to switch back to this screen, because one last thing is there's 2 sources of audio playing in my. Okay, that one's paused. Okay. I hear like some. What is it coming from? I don't know.
What?
Is there? Do you have like flamenco guitar stuff playing or something? Or is Spotify?
No. The only app I have open is Discord. And my laptop is on, but it's the volume is not where you would be able to.
Spotify, I figured it out. This music feels like it's on this loop, but I don't know where it's coming from. Do I have a YouTube tab open? Let's see. No. I did do the Tiny Tim query on ChatGPT, but that's not the thing. This webpage is not playing audio. Politico is not playing. Let me close the Politico. Somewhere I had a tab open with it had like an ad or something playing, you know.
Yeah,
So
right.
like, all right, one last little quick test is let's start off the Lunch and Learn. This is the Afternoon Delight Lunch and Learn with 3MR. We had a good morning show. We're jumping right into this one. We had a great Afternoon Tonight show, which went late into the evening, Eastern Standard Time. I listened to a little bit of it today and was more surprised that like it actually turned out really well. I was you go back and listen and you're like, wow, we actually did great. I kind of went off the chain a little bit, and then I realized it turned out great.
That was like a good, because I was like talking serious. It was that kind of like, that was a good way to like shift the energy a bit.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that was like 3 or 4 hours too. So
yeah, we went late. I'm still doing one last thing where there is a loop of audio playing in my ear of the same, well, like, what do you call an 8-bar verse or in music?
Measure?
Yeah, there's like one measure of music on repeat in. Does GeoGuessr have music playing in the background? Is that... Dude, it was the GeoGuessr website. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I thought that the whole time, and this, you would probably hear this on stream, that was Spotify. And I was like, why is it still repeated on the same thing? It was nice intermission music. So here we are after
I kind of like want to come up with a 3-minute radio theme song.
We should.
And I don't know whether it should be punk rock or
we should,
or what, but
punk rock would be
like
cool.
when I think about it, like what pops in my head initially is it's like 3-minute radio. Like it's real, like it's like that. But maybe it could be, that's just like what initially popped in my head. I'll mess with that and I'll run it by you and see what you think when I get some ideas.
For your FYI, I did listen to the Family Matters theme song last night, and agree. That's like it is
fucking
a
Mike
great
Tyson
song, and the song itself has a great message. The first sentence of the song is so relevant to today. The first song is about the new. It seems like I forget what the words are, but in this crazy world of, you know, we can look. We'll
whatever
look
happened to? Wait, no, wait.
Yeah, whatever happened to
okay.
Whatever happened to not the good old days. But yeah, I was like, wow, it's very relevant. I'd look it up, but so if you're looking it up, go for it.
I'm looking it up, but my Google's going slow.
Okay.
For some reason, it brought up Drake. It's called As Days Go By. That's the name of the song. It's rare condition at this day and age to read any good book on a newspaper, or to read any good news on the newspaper page. Love and tradition of the grand design.
Yeah.
Some people say it's even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls. All I see is a tower of dreams, real love bursting out of every seam. Days go by, we're gonna fill our house with happiness. The moon may cry, we're gonna... Damn, what a good song.
Definitely. Nice, well done, by the way, also. But yeah, that first line of... that first line, it was like, with the newspaper page. I was like, wow, that's very, very relevant.
Yeah.
Where you're gonna start,
Mhm.
I'm gonna switch over to the Discord or the our afternoon delight lunch and learn notes and go over. We'll do our things, but I'm gonna start off. We're gonna do royalty free trance and EDM. Superb melodic trance hit, song number 1. Get our lunchtime groove going a little bit, not too loud, but chill in the background. Again, this is 3-minute radio afternoon delight, where we do a lunch and learn each day. Today we don't know what we're going to learn about. We're going to figure it out. We learned a bunch yesterday about Kitsunugi ceramics and the preservation of ceramics. That led into a lot of other historical ancient history topics, and we found out about the Vesuvian challenge and the Herculaneum scrolls. So for our document here today, we can delete that line. Our brain teaser was about the lemon match and water plate and glass trick. And we had a shawarma bowl for lunch.
Mhm.
And if there's background noise on from my microphone, I apologize. There's somebody running a weed eater about 7 feet outside the office right now. So
Damn.
yes. I meant to, this was going to mention, when I came, Joseph I ran to the bathroom during our break, and Joseph gave me an update, said that the elevators should be fixed by about 1:32 p.m. today, and that we should be all right. So, and they're bringing up the pane of glass for the northwest window, and looks like they're going to be sealing that up today. Won't be as drafty in here, even though the draft is kind of nice with this warmer weather.
Good.
So yeah. I don't think Carl showed up.
Yeah, but when it rains.
Yeah, when it rains, it pours inside the window, literally.
It pours. Yeah.
I don't think Carl showed up today. I didn't see him parked outside. Haven't heard from him, but he's taken some time to deal with some family matters. So
yeah, right.
Good luck, Carl, out there. If you check in with the stream with us sometime,
just send a thumbs up. Let us know you're alive and well.
Yeah. Take care of things at home first.
Because you know what? What matters.
You never know what I'm trying to think of the lyrics of the song again, but yeah, this day and age, what's important. And also, if you get within radio range, Carl, you can always chime in on the CB. Okay. Amen. I forget Carl's wife's name, but I know that she brought that over that one casserole. Oh. Anyhow, you want to jump into
delicious. She's a fantastic cook.
Oh yes, very good. So we're gonna do lunchtime. Let's do a brain teaser on Brangle.com.
Oh, okay, all right.
So
let's get the brain to give it a good workout here.
Sure. I just noticed earlier that under our brain teasers navigation on Brangle.com on the left, they have the categories. So I'll kind of read through those real quick. If you have something we want to check out, is cryptography. I don't recommend jumping into that one because it's probably long. Well, I don't know. Group, language, letter equations, logic grid, math, mystery, other, probability, Rubus, riddle, science, series, situation. I don't know how each of these feel. Like there's trivia, there's trick. Let's see what water in the cup is categorized under. a science. So
Really?
I don't know if any of those stuck out to you. I clicked mystery just to see what there could be in there.
Okay.
I think that's maybe more long, like there's a story and you're solving who did, I'm clicking on one called My Father's Chevy. It's long. I feel like how about a riddle?
Yeah.
Yeah, riddles, short poems, stories, phrases that pose a question with a hitting meaning. Yeah. Okay. An enigma is a type of riddle that relies on metaphor to disguise the answer, right? Riddles that use puns or double meanings to hide the solution are called conundra. Interesting. I didn't know that enigma and conundra were applied to that type of storytelling, right? There's over 1,000 good riddles here at Brangle for you to enjoy. Hey, thanks, folks at Brangle. And I support their ad for Gatlinburg, Tennessee at the top of this banner here. That's when I don't mind ads on, we're not Brangles. They're, yeah, you can create a free account. We will create a 3-minute radio free account sometime. I don't know how or why would be a paid account, but I imagine maybe there's collaborative interactive things or something. Like games. Yeah, Brangle games. So you could play you could play card games together online, paper and pencil games. You can download ebooks from them that have logic puzzles and a downloadable ebooks, strategy games for Branglers. We are now Branglers. We are now part of the Brangler community, I guess. Kind of cool. When I go to websites like this, wait. One user and 2,088 guests. There's a live chat room.
Cool.
I just get curious and I go to the footer of Brangle of websites and see. I'm like, who, like who makes Brangle? I don't know. I guess Brangle themselves, Brangle.com. I was looking for an about section or something, or about us, meet our team or something. So if I go back, ooh, these are very short. I like the riddles because they're short. They read like poems. Okay, I'll start at the top here if we want to.
Okay, all right.
It is 12:27. We'll shoot to get through our things maybe by 1 and then figure things out.
All right.
So we're doing lunch and learning. We'll do some riddles real quick, and then we'll explore some topic, hobby, item thing out there in the world. I think that we were gonna maybe look at Moses's Dr. Finkel's video also.
Okay. Yep.
So let me zoom a little bit more. The first one is called Exit and Entrance. It's only 5 lines. You ready for me to read it? Okay. If you throw me from the window, I will leave a grieving wife. Bring me back, but in the door, and you'll see someone giving life. What am I? I'm stumped already.
I know, I am too. If you throw me from the window, I will leave a grieving wife, but bring me back, but in the door, and you'll see someone giving life. Bring me back, but in the door.
I feel like something happened. It's funny, we were talking about the window with our office suites. I feel like something happened. Like there's a grieving wife.
Right.
I feel like pregnancy, like a widow. Like
I'm thinking like of
a pregnant widow, but she just got widowed but bring me back in the door, or like a device. What are you thinking? Sorry.
Oh wait, maybe you're onto something. Like a carriage, like a baby carriage. Like, is there some word that means like hearse and but bring me back, but in the door? What does that mean? In the door, bring me back, but in the. I could see it saying bring me back, but like through the door. Bring me back, but in the door. So a lock or a handle. A lock or like that's what I'm thinking. If it's in the door, what mechanisms are there inside of a door? The only thing you really have is the handle or like the lock, right? So if you throw me from the window, can you throw? I will leave a grieving wife. If you throw me from the window, I will leave a grieving wife. So like, what is leaving the grieving wife? Is it because it would be the grief that would be leaving, right? If you throw me from the window, I will leave a grieving wife. But not necessarily. Like, what would a grieving wife have that would leave? What would a grieving wife have that would leave? Flowers? I'm somehow thinking flowers. Because, like, but if you throw me from the window, I will leave a grieving wife. I'm trying to think of, like, ceremonies around death and birth. And like, what, like, ornaments or, you know, things that would go along with that.
Is this a hospital? Not the answer is the hospital,
Could be.
But I'm like, okay, a stretcher.
Is it in a hospital? Is that the setting?
Yeah.
Oh, if you throw me from the window.
Like a device, like a thing, but like then the flowers, and then I don't know.
And what do you throw from? Yeah, what do you throw from a window? If you throw me from a window, what do you throw from a window? Typically, you don't throw things out of the window. So if you throw me from a window, I will leave.
Being killed, or a grieving wife. Maybe someone doesn't have to die. You know, they could be grieving over.
It's just grief in general, like a bad relationship. So you throw the husband out the window.
And then giving life, you'll see someone giving life.
And you'll see someone giving life. Bring me back, but in the door. And but bring me back, but in the door. And you'll see someone giving life. So yeah, maybe it is like a doctor, like a profession. What do you throw out the window? Cares? Maybe it's a wordplay. Like you throw your cares out the window. But then if you bring your cares back in the door, you'll see me giving life. Care.
I like where you're going there.
I don't know.
Well, we have a bunch of semi guesses. You want me to show the answer?
Yeah. Yeah, let's see the answer.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
What is it? Just
the letter N.
Oh no.
Window. If you remove the letter N
from the window,
you
if
get
you throw
widow.
me from the I'll leave agreement. If you throw me from the window, I'll leave a grieving wife. Okay. Oh, but bring me back, but in the door, and you'll see someone giving life. Donor.
Whoa, way over. That was a good warm up. Now we know what type of crazy.
Yeah.
The
right,
protector.
Yeah. Damn.
I am a protector.
Yeah.
I sit on a bridge. One person can see right through me while others wonder what I hide. I'm a protector. I sit on a bridge. One person can see right through me, while others wonder what I hide. See right through.
It's
Only
spelled,
one
but
person.
it's spelled right. One person can see right through me, while others wonder what I hide. I am a protector. I sit on a bridge. One person
camera?
can see right through me.
A camera?
Yeah, because you're taking a picture, a camera on a bridge. One person can see right through me, so there's someone like is watching through the camera on the bridge, while others wonder what the. Yeah, that's a great answer. Let's see. Yeah,
A
I'm
telescope,
good with.
or even
I
a
think-
telescope, or an outlook little thing, like a scenery
Yeah,
outlook
right.
thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's see what we got. Well, any other thoughts first that I might be
No,
completely in
that
left
one-
field? Okay. Sunglasses.
No, that's a great guess. That's
They sit on the bridge of your nose.
sunglasses. Damn it! Damn it! Protector, I
Son of a-
sit on the bridge. Yeah.
Oh. Providing fulfillment. This one is called. I guess. Yeah, this is the protector. Also the. Okay. Providing fulfillment. I'm paying more attention to the titles first. Also now. Are you able to see well enough to? Do you want to read this one through?
Yep. Yeah. Providing fulfillment. My first carbon dioxide emits. My second, a place of loose change deposits. My hole, perhaps near the order pickup line sits. What am I?
This one. I'm stumped by even reading what this one is
I
even
know.
trying to get at.
Providing fulfillment. Hole.
We have this idea.
Carbon dioxide.
There's this idea of
Second.
fulfillment, and then pieces of a whole, and then
Yeah.
change deposit. So like this, and then something, sits in something. But my first, carbon dioxide emits. The only thing I can think of that is a breath out, or
Yeah, I was thinking plants or person.
or any other, like a muffler on a car.
Yeah. But is that monoxide or dioxide?
Oh, that's monoxide. Jeez, what am I thinking? Yeah.
My second, a plate.
Well,
What is
both.
this? A place of loose change deposits. What the hell is a loose change deposit? A pocket? Loose change deposit would be like a pocket, like some kind of like a vending machine. A vending machine is soda. Does that use carbon dioxide? No. It's just carbonated. My whole. My first, my second, my whole. Yeah, I don't know. I think my brain is straining. I can't get this.
Perhaps near the order pickup line. Order pickup.
Perhaps. Yeah, what is an order? Perhaps near the order pickup line.
The only order pickup line I can think of is related to a restaurant at all. But
Yeah.
but it's clearly not that. We're missing something. First, second, whole, order pickup line. It has nothing to do with the carbon dioxide emits, but baseball, first, second, loose change under the bleachers, or like the order pickup line. Are we at a sports stadium? Are we at a race? The first, second, second place. Carbon dioxide from, are we at a racetrack?
Maybe, because like positions, like pole position, my first, my second,
And then
my whole
is the order pickup line, the pickup, like the whole track.
Wait, my first carbon dioxide emits. My first, like your nose. My first carbon dioxide emits.
Sits. My whole sits. My second deposits. My first emits.
Emits, deposits, sits. My whole is messing with me. I don't know how that. My first, my second, my whole, my entirety, my.
I'm looking for patterns in the play on words, of letters and words.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
like none of it makes sense as a story, but it's like a hidden.
Oh yeah, and I keep forgetting to go back to the providing fulfillment too.
Oh yes, and providing fulfillment. Yeah, same. Fulfilling the pickup line. You're fulfilling an order. P, and then the second letter is R, but your whole is no. Well, you want to look at the answer?
Yeah.
Soda fountain. Why does
Soda
this
fountain?
change? Yeah, it's a soda fountain. Like the gas station. Oh, wait. No. Wait, line 1 refers to a soda pop soft drink which releases carbon dioxide. Line 2 refers to a wishing fountain in which, okay, I didn't even think that of like as the fountain. Oh, damn it. If I would have just gotten that wishing well, like a fountain, we might have
the fountain. Yeah.
we might have started to make the connection there. And then line 3, a soda fountain might be located near the order pickup line in a restaurant. So it's like the first part of
That's true.
the first word soda, the second word, first word, second word, fountain, and then where as my whole, perhaps where it's at.
Well, yeah, that's because I think at one point we did say something about soda, like a vending machine.
Yeah, we were
in the ballpark.
We were in the ballpark. Yeah, I started talking about sports stadiums and ballparks, and yeah. I was thinking hot dog stands.
Well,
like,
yeah. Damn. Well, it makes you fucking think. Makes you think of like, well, if I can't get these right, how am I ever going to solve the Voynich manuscript?
Right. One more quick one. We'll try if you want.
All right. Yeah.
A symbol. What king can you make if you take? The title is a symbol. A symbol. What king can you make if you take the head of a lamb, the middle of a pig, the hind of a buffalo, and the tail of a dragon? So we're making a king, and what king can you make if you take the head of a lamb, the middle of a pig, the hind of a buffalo, and the tail of a dragon? It sounds like a freaky animal, and I could picture it in a weird
Is it
way.
a sandwich? Is it a sandwich? Because like the middle of the pig could be bacon or ham. What's the head of a lamb called? The hind of a butt. What the fuck is the hind of a buffalo? The butt of a
The butt.
buffalo.
The butt. I
Butt?
think there's another. Is there another meat term for hind? I don't know. And the tail of a dragon. But lamb also has. What do you call lamb? What do you make? Dang it. What is lamb on? When you think lamb, what dish do you?
Like
Veal.
shepherd's pie?
Yeah, a veal is what I was.
Oh, veal. Okay.
Veal, the middle of the pig. I don't know what that's called, but there's a. Yeah, the chuck or whatever. You know, there's the names for. We need a butcher in the chat. Who knows their.
Yeah,
their
they're
meat
terms.
cuts. So hind, if you look at the second word, it's like the head, the middle, the hind, the tail, and then it gets me like the word behind. It's just every line starts with the, and it's like the head, the middle, the hind, and then and the tail. Buffaloes, pigs, lambs, but then you have those are real animals, obviously, and then you have dragons, and depending on who you are, whether you believe in dragons or not, is outside this conversation. But the tail of a dragon, I feel like we were talking about food, right? And not a symbol, right? You started with sandwich.
Right. Okay.
What king can you make if you take? We're making some food. I agree. But just like assembling some. What is the tail of a dragon? Like what sort of dragon fruit? Dragon. What other food actually has like a dragon type reference or looks like a dragon tail? Are we talking about some like the head, the lamb, the middle, the pig? What king can you make?
What king?
I feel like we're talking about something now also then that could fly. But then I'm like, king. The tail of a plane, right? The hind or the middle, the behind the tail. A pig has the middle of a pig, and a pig has like a snout, a head of a lamb.
The middle of a pig is like the belly. You have the head, the belly
of a plane,
the butt, and the.
You have the belly of a plane.
Oh.
A lamb.
Belly of the plane, tail of the plane.
But king.
The head of a lamb. What king? Guy King? What king can you make if you take? Well, what do you? It says if you take the head of the lamb, what do you do with it?
Yeah.
You take it. You take the head of the lamb, the middle of the pig, the hind of the buffalo, and the tail of the dragon. But like, I don't know. King
What is it?
crab? Shit.
Other than royalty, what? Other than royalty, what is a thing that can be? You know, is it the king of something? Like it's the king of.
Yeah,
it's like this object that.
I mean, there.
Can you make? We're making the king.
Yeah, you're making.
You're assembling.
What king?
You're assembling something. I feel like we're doing arts and crafts or something now.
Yeah, like, or is it like if you take it away from something? Maybe it's like if you take these items away, that's what makes the king. If you take the head of the lamb, the middle of the pig, the hind of the buffalo, and the tail of the dragon, what king can you make if you take lamb, pig, buffalo, dragon,
ruler?
Oh, yeah, king, ruler.
I'm just throwing out words there, but yeah. A king is a ruler. A king is
yeah.
And we're like head, middle, hind, tail, like of a ruler. A yardstick. Any other thoughts or things you want before you want to show the answer, or?
I'm trying to think of like order of like with the ruler. It's like, or like if you think of like if it's like okay the front all the way to like the tail, is it like this like line of like is there a word that means like illegitimate king, or like are there like descriptions of kings that like so if you take, is it like the order of ascension? Is there something about the way a king is like dethroned or like coronated or whatever? Like there's something that like taking those away. I don't know.
I was thinking the word like conquer or and then condor, and I started thinking birds because it. But I know in mythology, isn't there an animal that is this exact thing? Like I can picture it, like paintings of some weird ass lamb, pig, buffalo, dragon tail creature that's flying.
Oh no, I don't know. I never heard of that combination, but I believe it's probably out there.
Yeah,
it's like man, bear, pig, but
right. I have a feeling that has to do with some king. A lion is a king, but that's not.
Oh wait, hang on. Wait, maybe hang on a second. So the head of a lamb, is that cheese? Don't they call that? Is that cheese? Like the head?
A head of
cheese, bacon.
Oh, okay.
Cheese, bacon. What's the hind of a buffalo?
And
the
sausage.
I'm still thinking sandwich. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should eat lunch.
This is our lunch and
like, or does the symbolism like of like what does the head of a lamb represent? What is the middle of a pig? Like, the middle of the pig would be its belly, and pigs are kind of like greedy. Like lambs, I'm thinking are like innocent and dumb, or like I forget. Like goats are kind of, but lambs are kind of also like they're just like following. They follow the herd. So like the head of the lamb. What's the lead? What's the leader of the lamb?
Shepherd.
Is there a head lamb? Who's the head of the lamb? The shepherd? Yeah, shepherd.
Oh.
If you take the head of a lamb, so you take a shepherd, the middle of a pig. What is the middle of the pig? A shepherd.
Belly. Midsection. Bust.
What's the middle of a pig? The middle of a pig.
A flank. Isn't the no? A flank is, I think, the hind. I think the flank of a cow is its behind.
Okay, the hind of a buffalo. Oh, flank. Okay, hind of a buffalo, like the flank. So the shepherd, the middle of a pig, and then like the flank, and the tail of a dragon. What is the tail of a dragon? What is and the tail of a dragon? What is the tail of a dragon? And the tail of a dragon. What is the tail
And dragon
of a dragon?
Dragon could be like lizard, iguana, reptile.
Does the tail of the dragons regrow? I know some lizards' tails can regrow, or they have like regenerative properties.
Good point.
And the tail of a dragon.
And also going into animals more and food there's king crabs, there's there's a king snake, I think.
Yeah.
A king cobra. There's king
cobra.
Cobras. Watch, we're gonna be so like
So off,
overthinking
yeah.
it. You want to go for it then?
Yeah, we give it that a
I'll be happy
solid
if
effort.
I'll be happy if we're at like 80-90% close or something. Oh, really?
Yeah.
It is so simple. Wait. A lion. It is a lion. King of the jungle. But see, all the rest of it, it gave us the thing right here with just king. The answer is lion. All the rest of it is going to throw us off. Because it spells the head of a lamb, the head of lamb, the head of the word lamb is L. The middle of pig is I. The hind of a buffalo, the last letter of buffalo is O. The tail of a dragon, the last letter is N.
L. The head of lamb. Lion. Damn.
So the whole rest of it was
That's some tricky shit.
It was a clue, but a distraction around just king.
We started getting there when we started talking about like what's the head of the lamb, like in terms of like right, like I think we got directionally we weren't gonna get there today, but like that logic was starting to the very beginnings of that logic were beginning to form there. But well, okay, I'm putting that
like,
in the old tool tricks bag.
I feel that we're starting to see how we might analyze some of these differently now, because I think about 20-30 more minutes we would have had this.
Right.
Because this one we didn't really start looking at what's the head of the letters and words. The last one we tried, but that wasn't the thing. This one, but then we could go down this whole rabbit hole of like trying to put letters together and things like that.
Yeah.
Last one for 1 minute, and then let's learn something for 20 minutes. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Always old, sometimes new. Always old, sometimes new. Never sad, sometimes blue. Never empty, sometimes full. Never pushing, always pulling. What I'm at. I don't like this one already. It's always old, but sometimes new. It's never sad, sometimes blue. And this is not on individual lines. Never empty, sometimes full. It's never empty. It's always old. It's sometimes new. It's sometimes full. It's sometimes blue. It's always pulling. Never sad. So it has an emotion, or this means something totally different. Always, never, sometimes, and then sometimes.
The moon, or I'm thinking moon or ocean for some reason. Never pushing, always pulling, like the tide, like a tide. Always old, sometimes new.
New moon, blue moon. You're right.
Never sad.
I think we should go. I'm on board with you with going a first guess of moon.
Okay, all right.
But we could take a minute to literally to think it through. It's sometimes full. It's always old. There's a new moon. It's sometimes full. There's the blue, once in a blue moon. It's always pulling with gravity. I can't think of anything else it is than moon. And I'll be super happy if you landed our first correct answer.
Finally got one right. Yeah.
And I'll be just as happy if it completely makes a fool out of us. With
yes.
Because the title,
just to be able to learn, like,
the title is just always old, sometimes new, though. Like, it could be something. And the moon is what do you call it? A red herring.
Yeah, that could be.
What is always old? Only sometimes.
Always, sometimes, never. Always, sometimes, never, sometimes, never, sometimes, never, always. So it's always, sometimes. It's like, yes, maybe, no, maybe, no, maybe, no, yes.
A possibility, but never pushing, always point. Is this a word other than like an object, a word for an object? Is this a word?
Maybe.
Like a definition of a word? Like current, a possibility, it's always pulling. Plausibility, no. A possibility.
Yeah, some kind of like a grammar rule.
Yeah, a chance,
or comma, or a.
There's a chance that it's this, but well,
yeah, some article of speech, like an article or a comma or.
Yeah.
But sometimes blue.
Well, I'm hoping that that you have it right with moon, but that maybe that is a red herring, maybe not. We'll see here, and we'll move on. We'll go till 1:30 and do Lauren. It's the moon. Okay, we got like traumatized by the first 4 or 5, where they seem so like they could be so crazy or just tricky.
Yeah.
You nailed that one.
Good. Okay. Hell yeah.
All right. So here's our bridge again. And there's that.
Change A.
I know we have a lot of topics that we've started on or here and there, and what do we want to learn about? I feel like Let me know what you think. I feel like getting a generated list of 3 options to choose from works out well, because then where you don't influence whether one or another. In other days, of course, there'll be a lunch and learn that's like, we know we're gonna thoroughly teach and learn, research, prepare, teach about a topic, right? So just choosing between 3 sound good to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, it does. Sorry, I had to munch on some cashews, so
Yeah, it's lunch.
get some brain. I literally I didn't get much sleep yesterday, and my brain after the first one, that was literally a brain workout. I feel like my brain almost as if I was lifting weights
Yeah.
so it's okay, I need to get some calories
absolutely.
back.
We need 3 options to choose from today for our lunch and learn. We also need Wikipedia link to start off for each one. Links for each one. Make it good, not stupid. Top-notch prompting right there. Here are 3 strong, fascinating lunch and learn topics. See? Good job, ChatGPT, OpenAI. A mix of culture, history, and science. That's what we want on the show for lunch and learn. With direct Wikipedia links. Dude, tell me why the first one's the Voynich manuscript.
Oh.
The second option is the Green Sahara. Did you know that the Sahara Desert used to be lush and green, full of lakes, hippos, and humans? It flips between desert and savanna every 20,000 years, actually, due to planetary wobble. Then our third option is the Oskar Schlemmer and the Bauhaus Ballet, where modern dance met geometry and sci-fi. Schlemmer's triadic ballet turns humans into abstract forms, merging performance design and weirdness in the Bauhaus area. So between, do you pick 1, 2, or 3? If we had a bunch of people on here, we would do votes. So if you're watching this on YouTube in a year from now and you're an avid 3-Minute Radio fan, drop us a comment in the YouTube comments when you're looking back at this video and let us know which one you would have voted for, 1, 2, or 3.
Right, yeah. The modern day dance met geometry and sci-fi. Schlemmer's triadic ballet turned humans into abstract forms, merging. I mean, that one's very strange. I'm kind of curious just because the modern day dance met geometry and sci-fi. Schlemmer's triadic ballet turned humans into abstract forms, merging perform.
If you're, just to let you know, if you're leaning towards number 3, I'm
weirdness in the Bauhaus era.
If you're leaning towards 3, I'm on with 3. I'm down. Okay. If you're already leaning there, I was leaning there too.
Okay, let's do 3 because I kind of know I kind of have vague knowledge of the Green Sahara. So let's look at 3.
Sure. And we went over Voynich a little bit, and that's just a rabbit hole thing. So let's find. And I don't know who Oskar Schlemmer is. We know what Voynich is, and the Sahara a little bit. So I have no idea who Oskar is. I do want to say that I think there is a movie about this. So Mr. Schlemmer in 1923 was hired as master of form at the Bauhaus Theater Workshop. And just to say real quick, with Lunch and Learn, I know nothing about ballet. So if I were to Google, hey, what is the Bauhaus Dance University even about? Where is that? So the Bauhaus emblem here.
Yeah, where is?
Also used and made popular by the band Bauhaus. That's the only reason I even know that word.
That's the only reason. Yeah, I know Bauhaus from that. Yeah.
It was a German art school operational from 1919 to 1933. So 33, World War One.
Oh, why did it stop in 1933?
Yeah. Exactly. There's some costumes from the play. So back up to the ballet itself is so Schlemmer was born in 1888. There's the Bauhaus years, life and death. There's some Third Reich stuff. He was doing art on murals in Essen. Continued to do work. He did the Bauhaus Stairway in 1932 at the Museum of Modern Art, New York. So Schlemmer's ideas on art were complex and challenging even for the progressive Bauhaus movement. His work nevertheless was widely exhibited in both Germany and outside the country. There's controversy over his daughter, over the ownership of a painting. There's really not a lot on this Wikipedia page. It's just about Oscar. I thought we were gonna get to see, I mean, this was a long time ago, there would be videos of this ballet or something. Back to ChatGPT, the triadic ballet turned humans into abstract forms, merging performance design and weirdness with the Bauhaus area. So, gonna jump over and do a search.
They probably just
go ahead.
They probably destroyed, if they're like some of the, if they're like, if it was there,
right.
That might have gotten destroyed somehow.
Right. Here we are. The triadic ballet. Yeah, the art's very I want to say some of this influences what we call this brutalist design architecture. It's very like rigid but minimalist, but cool cool poster here. It was conceived in 1912. So are there pictures? There's no pictures, or like these are some pictures of costumes which look cool, and they use this circular thing, like they're wearing like a helmet mask but like a circular orb around them. Actually looks really cool. And like these freaky robot looking clowns back here.
That's
like retro futuristic. You know, this is early 1900s, so wild actually that they could that they designed and
way ahead of its time, right?
Oh, so there is a film. The work was produced as a 30-minute color film in 1970 by Bavaria Atelier GmbH, with live action dancers and new music by Erich Ferstl. So under the title Das Triads Ballet, I'm going to share this screen. Only switch to, well, whenever I do that, it doesn't work. I have to switch over here. I'm trying to get a link to maybe something to look at really quick. Is yep, I have one. Copy link. address. Go back. Oh yeah, this is gonna be cool. And I guess on Lunch and Learns was like it'd be interesting to learn more about the art of dance community. And let me pause this, go full screen, and pause on our electronic dance royalty-free music. This is
Yeah,
a
and even
30-minute
like the Bajas movement in general could be like
yeah.
interesting to learn more about.
Oh, this is some freaky stuff. It's 30 minutes long. Let's do like a couple little segments and jump, like we'll just look at some stuff. Like this is the intro of it. We'll play the intro to give these people credit as their, I guess this is the movie from the movie production of a live performance in 1970 of it. With new music added, I guess, and this is under the YouTube user Altair Marino Martinez, who has 10,000 subscribers, liked their thing, and this was posted 12 years ago, and I feel like this person is related to the production, or they would not have posted this and have 12,000 people.
I'm just gonna jump in with some.
Go ahead.
Well, I was. No, I just I just did a quick like looking up of like the Bajas movement or Bauhaus or however you say that. Oh wait, let's watch the video. I'll jump in with that like at the end. We can do a little like.
If you would like to,
That's
talk
weird.
It is weird. If you would like to talk about the Bauhaus movement, I feel like that's what we're really truly learning about here today, because that's what I don't know anything about. That or ballet or Schlimmer, but I think the art and the Bauhaus movement, I think that's our real general topic that we've come up on. If you want to go into it,
yes.
Go for it.
Yeah,
Why we let it play.
This is just kind of like, so actually I'm gonna relate this because the Bauhaus movement, it operated from 1919 to 1933. This is the AI overview, but it was founded by Walter Gropius, revolutionary approach to art, architecture, and design. But it mentions like that applied arts and crafts, integrating them into everyday life and industrial production. I maybe am like just kind of connecting dots, but like industrial music, I didn't realize like how much industrial music was like it literally like started with like sampling. It was electronic. Like I think Kraftwerk is kind of known as like the like old like founders of like at least in electronic music, but like industrial, like it's kind of has its roots. Like if you were to trace music genealogy back, you would get to Kraftwerk, but that's all like rooted like the industrial era, like factories and like this like tension between like people working in factories and being cogs in machines, and then like taking something that is so like cold and bereft of like the human spirit and machine oriented, and then like turning it into music. I just wonder, since this says about, because that's kind of like the dawn of the Industrial Revolution, and you see something like this where if that, and maybe I just read that sentence wrong, and I'm like, but integrating them into everyday life and industrial production, that this would come out of that time period. I think it definitely it means something, that like it's at least like artistically that that has something to do with it, of like the industrial era, and then like this art coming out of it that is a response to, or like it's it's turning that time period, which is cold and machine and like imbuing it somehow with like the human spirit and imagination, and that's kind of it. That's kind of
amazing take. Yeah, excellent take, and very interesting where connections even between.
And it may be kind of,
we get into you like 70s, 80s, and you start to get into retro. We were talking about what new age music was or not the other day too. Like you get into that weird, even like early goth weird, like not weird, industrial goth type, gothic area.
Yeah.
I never thought about music influences like that, where there's this mix of technological. I mean, it's 19, 20, 30. This dude's, all these people look like robots.
Right.
Making
so, yeah,
like machine people and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Interesting take.
Yeah.
These costumes are freaking cool. They're freaky, but cool.
Yeah, I would like to know more, I guess, like what influenced those designs too, like if it's from Germany, like how much of that is like drawn from, like, is any of it drawn from like any like German mythology, or like did they incorporate like folk symbolism somehow into it? Yeah, look at like that, like those, at least what I'm looking at now, like the blue guy and the chick with the like orange polka dot shirt, it's like they're expressionless. I bet this influenced the Blue Man Group. Now that I think about it, for some reason that just popped in my head.
That's interesting. Yeah, I could see that. I almost forget that these are actually people performing this too, like in a weird, like she was doing, or he or she, the female-looking character, was doing like the best robot anybody I've ever. Is this where robot dancing came from?
Right.
Oh, this is weird. Oh, this looks cool. So I'm just gonna jump forward a little bit. Yeah, these like solid backgrounds, like just.
It is like I'm gonna kind of just those backgrounds like being like just so like bland in space, like it is also it's some commentary on identity as well. Have you ever seen Jim Henson's The Cube?
No, but I do know what you're talking about. Oh wait, the movie?
Okay, yeah.
The like horror movie? Yeah. There's Cube 2 and 3.
I don't know that it's a no, it's Jim Henson, like the dude that made the Muppets. He has a movie called The Cube.
Is it Muppets though? In the
No, it's Jim Henson. It's real like artsy fartsy, and I think it was in I think it played on TV. Like maybe this might have been like after he got.
Are people stuck in an endless?
I forget the whole. Yeah, it's probably. Have you seen any of what's the show that's popular on Apple TV about the guy with the 2 lives, and you put yourself to sleep and you go to work, and then when you wake up you go to normal life. It's popular on Apple TV. Severance.
Oh yeah.
Like this seems to be the root of a lot of that. A lot of what all that's trying to comment on about like identity in the modern world and relationship to self. Yeah,
I don't think it's Jim Henson's Cube, but there's another movie, Cube, and there's like Cube 1, Cube 2, Cube 3, and they're really messed up. I don't know if it's the same movies, but they're in an endless rooms of things, and there's it's freaky as shit.
Yeah.
And everyone starts losing their
I
mind.
haven't seen those.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking of a
No, the
different
Jim
movie
Henson
then.
Cube is different, but they're probably all playing on similar themes. This seems to be kind of like, I don't know, unless this is rooted in something else, which it likely is rooted in something, but like it seems pretty like novel and groundbreaking. So like seems to kind of maybe set the precedent for like a whole other like whole genre of. So I need to like, learn more about like the Bauhaus movement, I guess.
And back, I mean, imagine seeing this in its original production in Germany. You know.
Right.
It changes up the style a bit here, where okay, at 17 minutes in, 18 minutes in, there's some German words on the screen, like almost like this is a new section, or like chapter 2 or part, and it's changed up a bit. These performers are so good. They're like, you can't tell it looks like a porcelain doll, right? Like a fake figurine.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're wearing a spiral and they're walking, spinning in the spiral.
Whoa.
Was this dude? Did his work and art influence the Wizard of Oz and the like?
Really?
The Munchkin, the costumes that they wore.
Yeah, the Yellow Brick Road. Yeah.
Was
it
this
also like there's like I see some Star Wars too. Yeah.
What? I want to know more than what influence this had. That like that costume design of like how the Munchkins were dressed and the big puffy like costumes, and then you have the Tin Man, you have the like yeah, I never realized this. I bet there's like film and
documentaries.
Like there's film in university classes. I bet there's in like film school stuff. This is costume design and all.
Still studying.
Yeah, that there's. Yeah. They have all this like this artist influenced this one and this and in this style and all that. This one in the music even has like a ting, like with their swords, like a fencing sound.
Ooh.
Like Tin Man. This is all I see right here is the Tin Man.
Right, yeah.
Oh, this is cool looking though. You have the moon, sky, people.
Oh yeah.
Takes a lot of practice to be, I would imagine, just to be so still, focused on a performing artist to do, or what expressive dance, interpretive dance, like
interpretive dance, yeah,
like performing. Look, they're in time.
Synchronizing.
Well, they were at first. One's walking up a ramp, one's walking up a stairway. Oh,
yeah, what does that mean?
They're facing off, faces of the moon.
Opposite directions.
Yeah, I feel like we're doing our Brangle challenge.
They came in walking towards each other, now they're walking away.
And they're doing it again here, yeah. There's something about it to me that's like mesmerizing. I just got caught in it for a second. Like, ooh. I'm gonna scroll over and see what these other previews look like. Well, this is freaky. Imagine if we all dressed like this. Like this is our clothing.
Yeah.
Other than not having arms here, this would be some kick-ass armor if you actually like really wanted to protect your torso and stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be heavy. Yeah, that costume is sick. I think of Lady Gaga a little bit here too.
Oh yeah.
And they were like in interpretive dance and things. I think like in burlesque and stuff like that. I know. I could get a lot of this wrong, so I could see them knowing about this play.
Yeah.
And like highly influenced by. I probably sound stupid, like you don't know about Schindler's. You know.
Yeah, the ballet, the what is it, triadic or
triadic.
Yeah,
German
like this
name,
is.
Yeah, it's just the triadic ballet. Yeah, the triadic ballet.
Wow.
Ugh, just standing and stepping on your toes like that. Just perfectly improved. I imagine the people who did this is like a team of some of the most talented ballerina. I don't know, do you call ballerinas, or is a man ballerina and a female
I think so.
ballerina the same? Or is it like ballerinas?
Ballerina and ballerino?
Yeah, I don't know. Their legs are freaking
I don't either.
out. And like, yeah, everything's this like grid, square pattern grids. Let's see how it kind of wraps up and ends.
Yeah, what are these gold dome things? What do they represent?
I mean, they look like bells.
Okay,
Their legs
time?
are freaking me out. They have like these big, they have like boulders on their top of their legs and then at their knees. Was that the end? Is this where it's... Who is this? Yeah, this is art. If this is a person and they move... Wait.
What's that?
There was like a image on screen. It looked like art, like a painting. And I was like, I couldn't tell. I was like, wait, are they gonna move? Or is this like a real close-up shot of... Oh, it is a person. It looked like a painting. I thought
First it did, yeah.
I thought it switched to like just a static image, but no, there's a person in that thing. And they have a thumbtack hand and a baseball bat, or a club and a spear. That's what I want for the zombie apocalypse. Don't F with this thing.
No, he'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
It's like,
That dude.
I will stab and beat the shit
Yeah.
love you.
Totally unrelated and not even intellectually related whatsoever with this right now is I saw YouTube video the other day of it was titled the real real life Chun-Li from Street Fighter, and you know how Chun-Li
Okay.
would do the multiple kicks, like bam 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 all in the air at once, or not jumping,
Yeah.
but just the speed kick, like bam 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 bam, right?
Yeah.
There was a kickboxing. It's a video of a kickboxer in, I don't know what country they're in, but a professional kickboxing, and this person looked stereotypically just like Chun-Li and had like little bows in her hair, was wearing, her uniform, her like, and just like
almost, yeah.
just held her leg in the air, and her opponent just kept coming and just bam, 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 like one kick, didn't throw a punch, didn't block, and the whole title on the short of it was like, hey, you won, or like there was comments, it was like, hey, if you got one thing that works well,
Yeah.
use it, whatever.
Right.
The real Chun-Li. But we can go in a second, and yeah, this short right here.
This is the most disrespectful domination I've ever seen in
Sorry,
kickboxing.
it's a stupid short.
These fighters train years to master complex combinations. But Mona Kimura said, nah, I'm good, and picked one move from Taekwondo.
Bam, bam,
This cut kick became her
bam,
square button, and she was not letting go.
bam.
Look at her opponent's face. She's already shook. Step in, eat a
Bam.
kick. Throw hands, eat a kick.
Bam.
Breathe wrong,
Let's see.
believe it or not, eat a kick. Then she got
She just
really
kicked.
disrespectful,
Kick.
dropped her and pointed. Back to back to back to back.
Bam, bam.
She's not even trying to hide it anymore.
Damn.
At this point, just take the L and go home. Mona really said, why learn 100 moves when one move does the trick? Real life Chun-Li just broke the game.
Hell yeah.
This is the most
Well, any thoughts there?
I mean, I used to watch the MMA. There was like a couple of years where I watched the MMA quite a bit back when Anderson Silva was popular. I guess like that era of UFC.
Right.
And the only thing I'll say is like there's certain fighters like this fighter. The only thing I can think is that like these people keep approaching her fucking leg, and like she's not moving forward. Like the Chun-Li chick or the real life Chun-Li or whatever her name is.
Right.
She's just like standing, waiting for the like. Why would you keep? It's like why would you keep like walking into a fucking door that doesn't open? You know?
Yeah.
I would just I'd step back and be like, no, you come here. And I would just like I'd force
wait.
her to change style, like, cause what the fuck, you know?
Chun-Li. There's a
And
whole bunch of
and I guess
shorts on it, but
Yeah, and I guess like the only other thing it exhibits is like sports that that kind of shows why like MMA, mixed martial arts, is like so cool, is because like within the sport and the rules of kickboxing, he probably has mastered that game or sport, because like you can't just like walk around the ring for 10 minutes. I mean, you could, but then no one would want to pay you to fight, to sell tickets for a fight, because no one's going to watch that. Like if one person's just trying to kick and the other person's walking around the ring trying not to get kicked. But if you start to incorporate like other sports and their tactics, then you get into like, well, now you could do some like judo, or you know what I mean? Like there's other attacks or defense, like grappling or, judo throws, or there would be ways to like take that down. But in terms of kickboxing, like she kind of mastered that.
yeah.
That's just fucked up. This just keep getting kicked over and over and over again. Damn
And
it.
the commentator, whoever made the video, it could even be AI voiceover. It just made it like, boom, kick, step in, get kicked, boom, kick, like bam,
So
bam,
thank you.
kick. It made it even like funnier. This is only 1:50 long, but I googled again, and but Chun-Li cosplay real life fight. This is a Street Fighter X Tekken Germany, so it's a cosplay actual like but real martial artist competition.
Okay.
And I just started watching this person for a second. It's just under real Chun-Li. It's not
Next up.
but this is,
Next up, we have.
we're still on our lunch and learn. And I'm only playing this because this is related to dance and interpretive. This is like martial arts and dance in a crazy form that when I started watching this, I was like, whoa.
First lady.
They're a martial artist. They're just as Chun-Li. But there are some dance aspects to this that are pretty fucking amazing. And there's a couple Ryus in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, this here, like, boom, boom, and then she does the Chun-Li, boom, 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 boom.
Whoa, shit. God damn. Whoa. God damn. What the hell was that pelvic thrust? Like, okay, no, I'll make dinner. It's okay. I'll breastfeed the children.
Yeah. Whatever you want, yeah.
Damn, Chun-Li.
So I think you can rest a little. But listen, I would say it's dining performance.
Damn. Yeah, that's just awesome. God damn.
I know, I was like, jeez. That was a performance. It's like, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't even know what you,
Oof.
yeah. Like even at the end here, even the person next to them could be just as talented or more. This blonde, there's like a blonde character here.
Yeah.
They're just standing there like all like boom, head straight. And this person, I could imagine this person here they're just staring over and they're like, holy shit, dude.
Right, like what you just did that before I gotta go out there?
Yeah.
Like she probably, the Chun-Li chick, like probably didn't say a word to anyone or like didn't even like look at anyone, and then like comes out with that and then like goes back to like robot mode. So that blonde chick's like, what the fuck is this shit?
Right.
Let me wind you back up so you can do that again. Like,
and this guy in the tan sports coat is the blonde chick's dad, and he's like going up to the announcer. He's like, "Hey, was that fair? Was that allowed?"
Right, yeah. He's like, "Oh, come on. Like, I thought the rules said, at the last meeting of."
He is an announcer. Sorry, because we were playing on the.
Okay.
I'll play it.
Please.
Oh, well, who knows what he went into there. But.
Oh. He's like, I made $100,000 donation last year. You know, I bought the new cafeteria. Oh, Lord mercy.
You want to sign off?
Well,
what are we gonna call it?
I'm a bit. Yeah, that was a lot for a day. It was fun. It was covered a lot, but yeah, I'm kind of ready just to
learned a lot.
Did at some point actually like eat like a real meal and like maybe go for a walk and get outside and get some fresh air.
That's what I'm gonna do also. So yeah, this has been a good lunch and learn. We'll do sign
Yeah.
off and intro videos that play after start cutting videos. So it's Wednesday. I think the rest of the week, we'll do morning and lunch. We'll try to consolidate them down to stay on our things. But today, tomorrow, Friday, I'm gonna start really focusing on taking what we have, so we don't get so much that it's tough to go through and cut things up. Start getting the videos to there, and as I again tweeted on the thing, hey, go here, and I would really, for the 3 Minute Radio Twitter account, when I want to be able to post to the 3 Minute Radio Twitch account instead of this one, but have to connect all these different accounts for Restream and the thing. So we're only 3 days in, but I want to have that stuff set up by Friday so that all of our things are aligned across, all the streaming and social media stuff and all that. So we'll be doing that.
Okay.
I'll be doing
cool.
that and the things, and we'll get some things going. But yeah, we learned. We'll wrap up in a second. I'll fill this stuff out. We didn't do what's for lunch. It's fine. We're hungry. That's what's for lunch. And
I'll look it up real quick. Or no, unless you.
Oh yeah, we'll end with what's for lunch here. That'll be our send off. So what is for lunch today? And we did back to back. We went morning squirrel straight into lunch, and now it's almost 2 p.m. What is for lunch? Time to refuel with flavor and brains. What? Today's lunch is fast, flavorful, and packs a punch without dragging you down. Mediterranean chicken pita pockets.
Ooh, yeah.
We're going to take cooked or rotisserie chicken, chopped up, whole wheat or regular pita bread, cucumber, tomato, red onion, crumbled feta, handful of greens, again, spinach or arugula, hummus or tzatziki again. So we're back to our similar to our shawarma dish from yesterday, but a little bit different. And this would be like the second item on a place that has shawarma. This would be like one of their entrees. Absolutely. Lemon. It probably took this straight from a restaurant menu. You warm up the pita, you put your stuff in there, you put chicken and your veggies and your feta cheese and your greens in it.
You fucking eat, yeah. And again, like really good for you, but like especially like in the summer, like a light, like it's still light food.
Yes.
So you can eat that, like you can feel good, it tastes good, but then like you can like go back to work or go, keep hiking or whatever you got to do. But like, I think I'm gonna like look into more like Mediterranean like cooking, and because it's like it just always sounds good, like all that stuff just always seems to hit the spot.
Same here. Yes, it made me think too. I haven't had a pita or any sort of pita bread in a long time. And I was like, yeah, why am I not getting like pita with hummus and sprouts even on it? Like, dang, that's an awesome little snack.
Yeah, it is. Dude, this is a while back, but like, I decided, because I used to do this more often. Like, I'm gonna go out to eat, but like, I'm really gonna make it like I'm gonna plan this, and I'm gonna like give myself like a day or two of anticipation to like go and do this. And I decided that like I was gonna go to there's a Middle Eastern, I think it's called Aladdin's around here, and like I like didn't let myself eat like breakfast or lunch, and I waited until dinner, and then I ordered I think I got the grape roll appetizers and might have got some other appetizer, but I had it. I took some some hemp infused deliciousness,
yeah,
like right at the perfect time, so that like by the time I ordered, like it was starting to work its magic, and then like by the time the food came out, like the appetizer, like dude, it hit the spot. Like it was like seriously like top 10 meals I've ever had. Like I will always remember that because it was just like perfect. And like I was sitting by myself. There weren't many people in the restaurant because it was like 4 or 5 o'clock. It was kind of like a slightly odd time or like odd day, so there wasn't a lot of people there. But like, I mean, I literally and I didn't hold back. Like I allowed myself to express like full satisfaction. So I mean, at points like I would take a bite and then just like literally like melt and like drop back. Like my body got loose and like like drool coming out of my mouth, and then just like I made love to my food that day, and unabashedly, on no shame, and like god damn, one of the fucking best meals I've ever had.
That is so awesome. Yeah, I had a whole mental picture of that, and that's been my experience eating food like that. Also, is like you said something about a grape appetizer. So like like
the grape rolls,
yeah,
the dharmas or dulces or whatever.
Yeah, they is there like they use feta cheese with that too? Is it like grape and feta with like a minced I picture all with a salad, like a Greek Mediterranean salad too, with the grape.
Yes, dude, yeah. And that's the thing. Like what I ordered some kind. I could look at the menu, but like it did come with like the entree I got came with the salad, and like it was the most beautiful produce. Like I don't usually like tomatoes on their own, but it had tomatoes in it. It had cucumber. It had greens. There may have been some onions or something, but like it was the salad itself, like it was like some of the best, like actually just the produce itself, you could tell was extremely fresh and like high quality. And like just that alone with like, there might've been a little bit of house salad dressing they put on it. Like just that alone was just like, each bite, like, good. Very good.
Yeah. Well, that is our lunch. We're talking. I'm glad we talked about the Mediterranean foods, and maybe on a lunch and learn we could learn instead of having our 3 options each time. One thing we probably both agree on that we could go learn about for 30 minutes is Mediterranean cuisine, the geographical areas of where those types of food and recipes and from that culture come from, and then also different ways, different ingredients in cooking, actually prep and and cooking.
Yeah, we should
culinary.
Like try a recipe.
Yeah,
we should try. Yeah, all that, and like we should actually try a recipe out and then like review the recipe. Be like, okay, like I made this here. I'm here. Yeah, but yeah, all that. Yeah, the geography, the history, the culture, the seasonal, like what is in season. So like the agricultural aspects, like all of that. The cooking styles, the influences. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, because I realized I was like, other than like going to a restaurant and having a few dishes, I really don't know anything about. I realized that I was like, I really don't know anything substantial about that culinary Mediterranean
style of cooking
feasts. Yes, I've been to a couple of Mediterranean grocery stores that also had the restaurants on the side, little family-owned places, and 75% of all that was for sale in there had no idea what it was even about. Like, but you could get like, depending on where you live, if you have a large type of culture from different areas where they do have stores like that, that might be a certain family's actually like go-to grocery store, because they can get the ingredients they want that they can't say in more larger mainstream supermarkets. And like you could buy a jar of, like, I'm talking a gallon size jar of Mediterranean, like really good dank ass Mediterranean, like black olives or green olives that are they're not produced in the US. They're not produced
the Kalamata olives.
Yes. And they're actually imported from, other international brands.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's all I knew. There, I went to a lunch one day, and we had like a wrap thing, and then went into their little and the people I was with, they said, "Oh yeah, they have a store next door." I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go browse the store." And
Yeah.
the main thing I remember is that there was an entire aisle on one side that was gallon-sized glass jars of olives. The whole aisle.
Holy shit.
It
Hell
was
yeah.
like, I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
my gosh."
It's like,
And
if
they
you
also,
like olives, that's the place to be.
yeah, and they had then in the back they had a little a deli where you could get some meats, dare I say, that you aren't going to find at, your everyday large chain deli. Like you could get
No Albertsons, no Food City, no Martins,
yeah,
no Meyer.
you want a whole leg of a lamb, you want a
Oh yeah.
you like a bit like a whole
You want a cow's brain? Or
yeah,
like
you want like a tender, like a 4 foot long tenderloin, um
damn.
yeah, like crazy yeah, well, unique, and really for you, it's like you're cooking for a lot of people, type thing. Or you go there, you get your leg of lamb for the month, your jar of olives for the 3 months, your 25-pound bag of like quinoa mix, or
Mm.
and then they had cheeses, and yeah, it makes
But those are good.
well, now I'm just hungry. It makes me want to go to like a more of an international grocery store and shop around. And
Yeah. 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 I want to see like where like there is some like Middle Eastern communities. Like actually I would think maybe possibly like because Michigan has like a large Muslim population, which isn't necessarily Middle Eastern, but there might be, because it's Muslim, there might be like in Michigan, or trying to think where else. I know like Minnesota, but no, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, and you know what? Like you never know. Like there's just the way the world is. Like there's probably some really good stores or restaurants like that in some very like random like cities, like small towns, just like they happen to settle there, and or like the population, there's just happens to be like a large Middle Eastern community in like I don't know,
right,
something Alabama or like North Dakota or some weird like
yeah, that you wouldn't necessarily expect it, right? Yeah,
yeah.
for sure. Well, this has been a good show. We had a long night, long 2 days. Tomorrow we'll do the morning squirrel, the afternoon delight, and we will try to stay on. I think, okay, Friday is the 4th of July. I don't think we'll do an evening stream, but I think that we could I'm going to work on maybe preparing something that could be a one shot morning and afternoon show in one, that's like an hour, where we
Okay.
our focus is just one topic, and it is the 4th of July in America, and
Okay.
not as a political or what do we call,
Just culturally.
yeah, culturally, what do you call not pride,
Patriotism.
patriotism, yeah, so not really political or patriotism behind it, maybe something more interesting, what happened, I mean, not what happened that day, but our independence. I don't know if it's history, or we explore something as simple as like the socioeconomics of fireworks themselves.
Yeah, or just the history of
Or
fireworks.
yeah,
Like
and
the
just kinda,
socioeconomic. Yeah, the trade of fireworks is interesting because it's like so many states, like you're not supposed to shoot off fireworks, but somehow people get them
yep,
and they
there's
do it.
laws
And
around it. There's all sorts of, yeah,
yeah,
and they were setting them off, and where I'm at till like 1, 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Right. This is 3-Minute Radio. We're signing off from afternoon
87th
delight
floor.
luncheon. Yeah, from the 87th floor. Afternoon delight lunch and learn. Everyone.
Carl Winslow, I hope you're okay.
Yeah. What? Carl, reach out. Reach out to one of us.
Come on, buddy. Just want to know you're all right.
Yep. Family matters. All right.
It does.
Sign off, everybody. Have a great day.
Cool. Peace out.
Peace out.